What's your biggest pet peeves with new white belts today? Let's go. What grinds your goddamn gears with the modern white belt?
Just like off the top of my head.
Yeah. Eric Grigorian, the Armenian nightmare. How are you?
Armenian assassin from Coach Cam told me.
Oh, assassin.
Yeah, Coach Cam gave me that.
All right.
I'm doing good, thanks. Huge honor for me to be on the podcast.
Huge honor for me too to have you. So let's just start it off. Can you chuck the angles on? I just want to see if the camera's picking up what I'm putting down. Nice. Okay. Do you like hearts or diamonds, Eric?
I'm a lover, so hearts.
All right. You'd be surprised how many people pick the other one. But all right. So this is like a classic. I say it's a Romanian scam, but it's done all over the world. But we're gonna do it a bit different, right? So, ace of hearts. Just remember hearts. Yeah. So go like this for me with your hand. And yeah, cool. And we'll have it right here. And that should be on camera. Nice. So you can see that on camera, right? So if I ask you now, what card are you holding?
The ace of hearts.
Are you sure it's the heart?
Yeah.
Should be, right?
Yeah.
You can check. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. No one trusts me like, Romanian, whatever. So usually people don't trust me. I just double check. Yeah. Sweet. So I got diamond, you got heart, right?
Yeah.
So what the hustlers do is they come in and they switch it twice really quick.
Okay.
So without looking, do you have hearts or diamonds?
Hearts.
If there's a diamond, that'd be good though, right?
That'll be shocking.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm just playing. Okay. So slow motion, it looks like this, right? They go in and they steal it from the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they distract you. They'll say, where would you say is the heart? Top or bottom? The heart, if I ask you now. Top or bottom? Heart. Top or bottom?
Top.
Okay, so for real now. If the heart was on bottom and the diamond was on top, that would be pretty good, right? Because you were holding the whole time. You checked both cards. Like there shouldn't be a way for me to manipulate what you're actually holding. Like if I manipulate my cards, fair enough, but with what you're holding.
So.
Both.
You got me.
Yeah. So don't play that game. Yeah. I mean, you're from that area of the world. You know this shit, but don't play that game, right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, the way I think of it, right? It's like magic is like kind of like comedy, right? If you have to explain a joke, it sucks,
Nice.
So I don't tend to go into explanations, but I like to explain the concepts because I feel like they're the most interesting, right? So, angle again, just one more time. Out of the cards on the table here, pick one that you like. Yeah, just whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get you to sign your name on it.
Oh, get that jack. Should I pull it up?
Yeah, go for it. And just sign your name nice and big on the front of that card.
Just anywhere, eh?
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. I'll take that back. And if you see that again, you know it's yours, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's got your signature and it's the Jack of Hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is just so that like if I had two jacks of hearts, this trick would be really easy, and you'll see why in a second, right? But like, okay, so the previous trick was all about attention, right? So attention's like a spotlight. Wherever it moves, that's where you remember, and that's what you can actually perceive. So if I play outside of the spotlight, then it's not necessarily that you don't notice it, but you don't even really perceive it as like an important piece of information,
Okay.
So that's like the attention bit, right? And like obviously you're trying to catch me out, so your pattern becomes like really easy to like predict because you're trying to catch me out. There's a goal that you have, right? But obviously there's another point which is like sleight of hand, right? And this is more the sleight of hand bit.
Okay.
Yeah? So the jack, let's say we put it like, I don't know, halfway in, more or less, and we slide it in, right? Watch. Did you see it?
You just dropped it?
Yeah, but see how like it's actually controlled, right?
Okay.
That's just yeah. Help me out. Lift up half, more or less. Cool. Put it back. And I don't want to touch. You take a look.
The top.
I don't want to touch it.
It's a jack.
Yeah, it's the jack. All right. So see, that's like the sleight of hand bit, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, like if you think about it logically, face down, they all look the same, right? So you don't know if that card is really going from the middle to the top. You're kind of taking my word on it because face down they all look the same, right?
Okay.
But if I take your jack and I bend it like this, right? I bend it. You see the bend. You see the bend in the card. And when I put the card with the deck right on top, you see the exact moment that card goes up, right? And that's your signature. Double check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a signature.
Yeah. So that's the sleight of hand bit, right? That's the sleight of hand. That's like the actual manipulation of cards, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the tension as well. So we can bring the attention in it as well, right? So let's say the jack, I don't know, how far down would you reckon? Like, let's go, I don't know, 12, 13 cards?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 14. Push it in all the way. Push it in. Nice. Watch. No. It's Yeah. That's the attention bit, right?
Oh, you're just confusing me. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I can't handle this.
And you're not even drunk yet, so it's all good. And you picked that card, right? That was your decision. Yeah. The weirdest thing though, like obviously this has all been weird and strange and stuff. Hold the deck for a second.
Okay.
Before I left I'm in my house, but before I got ready to start, I took a card from a different deck and put it in my wallet, right? If that was the jack of diamonds, diamond? No.
It was a jack diamond, yeah.
Diamond or heart?
Oh, heart, sorry.
Hearts,
it was
hearts,
a heart.
yes.
It was a heart.
So if that was the jack of hearts, like obviously, if that matched, that'd be pretty nuts because you picked it. I spread it. You just took one out, yeah? Yep. No, look, inside here where I keep my ID, see there's a card.
Okay. Yep.
Do you wanna take that out?
Yeah, it's got my signature.
Yeah, that part I don't really understand, but the rest is pretty it's pretty easy. So
what do you mean you don't understand?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, but yeah, the matching part is just
Jeez. You stay away from me.
Yeah. All right, there we go. We got a little warmed up. There we go.
Nice.
All right.
Holy crap.
Yeah, you feel free to look through them.
Yeah, no.
I spent enough time that I don't have to use trick decks, so you're welcome to fuck around with them.
Yeah, I'm just. You're different.
Yep. That's what we call special,
Yeah.
Mentally.
And it's got the bend in it.
Developmentally.
Holy crap.
Nice. So, all right, Eric, we've been coming up through the ranks in the jits world. Pretty much together, right? Like
we probably start like a few weeks apart.
Yeah, like pretty close.
Yeah, that same summer holiday I remember.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So we were both scrubbing it, getting wrecked by fucking.
Just happy to be there.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't that happy, but I forced myself for a couple of years there. Oh, bro, it sucked. The first 2 years, I fucking hated it. Yeah.
So why'd you keep? I always say like if you don't love it, like.
Because that's why I wanted to do it, right? Because I hated it. Like I hated the confrontation. I hated the feeling of getting fucked up, and I wanted to like get comfortable with that, And once I got comfortable with that, lo and behold, I started liking it, But anxiety, fucking, I was scared.
And then when you just start, you're nervous to roll. You're different, and like before class, you're nervous too. But for me, it was more just like, oh, one day I'm gonna sass them up.
Yeah. See, I had no aspirations for that. I was just like, I just don't want to feel scared. Like one day, I assume if I get fucked up enough, it'll just become normal.
Right.
That's what I was hoping for, and I just got good on
big improvements
compared to where I was. I got good as a byproduct as opposed to just So that's why it's funny when I see white belts and they're like, "Yeah, bro, I'm gonna fucking go full time," and I'm like, bro, like when I was white belt, I was just like trying to survive, bro. I was just trying.
It was a different era back then too. They weren't getting hidings.
Yeah,
they weren't getting hidings.
Yeah,
and I'm happy with it wasn't bad, but they couldn't handle that time. Yeah.
So that's actually an interesting segue, right? So we kind of got the jiu-jitsu. We got on the tail end of old school.
Yeah. And that's why it's so good. Yeah.
So what do you reckon? Like, what are the big differences between like old school jiu-jitsu and like new school jiu-jitsu? Like, what would you reckon are like the key factors?
Like the class or the style of jiu-jitsu?
Bro,
everything?
kind of everything. Like the whole experience, right? Because it's all intertwined in a way.
So the class, just get destroyed. Like, honestly, I think if I was a working man, because I started as a student, if I was a working man, I don't know if
I could have done that. Get that mic a tiny bit closer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
About a fit, Joe Rogan style. About a fist from your face.
Oh, good. I didn't know about those ones. yeah, the classes were like, you just get a hiding, huge warm-ups. And then, yeah, and then like the technique wasn't really, you just learn like something random each time. And sometimes, the coach was freestyling and that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? The class?
Just in general, bro. Like the huge warm-ups, I think are like pretty iconic for me.
Yeah.
Like you would do 45 minutes
The
of
worst
just squats.
about those 1000s were
Bro,
like
3,000 sometimes.
Yeah.
Like once in a blue moon, it'll be like 3,000
Yeah.
squats.
yeah.
Like what the fuck is that?
Oh, I wouldn't. The worst part, I just didn't know what exercises to do. Like, as in, when it's your turn to do it.
Ah,
you're like,
okay.
what the
So
hell
yeah,
do I
yeah.
do?
So what would happen, right? Because this is like context, right? So what would happen is you would all be in a circle, and then it'll be like 3,000. Like we would just have to do 3,000 reps of whatever.
Yeah.
And then was
like
it?
100 of something, and then 100 of another one.
Yeah.
like
So each
100
person in the
squats, 100
circle,
push-ups.
each person in the circle would choose 100 of something, and they would run that. Like they would count that rep, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you were smart, you'd pick the easiest shit.
Yeah.
You'd pick like star jumps, or you'd pick something else.
When you like just put your head up and down. That one? Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's a neck warm up.
Yeah, it's something. Oh, you're happy to do that, but yeah.
The worst part was when like everyone before you took all the easy ones, and you're like,
Yeah, no. That was my
"Fuck."
nightmare, and I was new too. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Squats.
That was my go-to hard one because I felt like I could do 100 squats, like I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I did push-ups, like I couldn't even like pretend to do them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I couldn't even like half rep.
No.
them.
Oh, I do on the knees.
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
knees.
But you can't count and then be also on your knee. Like it looks so stupid.
Oh, I wouldn't pick it just if someone else did it.
Yeah, yeah.
But what was another thing I was gonna say about the old school? I had a good one.
Or maybe it will come back. But
Yeah.
but I feel like, see, that was like our old school.
Yeah.
But the stories we heard about the old school jiu-jitsu of like instructors walking around with a stick and smacking people if they get a move wrong.
So back in the day for our team, it was Syzygy back then. Paolo, shout out Paolo. He had a gym in Queen Street.
Yeah.
And people would, drunk dudes, I'm pretty sure you heard this, would
Yeah.
come and like try, have a rumble, like step people out. And one ruthless story was they locked the door and they gave the guy like a crazy hiding.
Holy
yeah, like
shit.
a hospital material.
How the fuck did they not get in like legal problems?
Well, it was a different era back then too, and everything.
Because like, like you expect that in like fucking, in Brazil.
Nice.
You expect
Nice.
that kind of shit in Brazil or like even Romania or some shit. But in New Zealand, it feels like, bro, people take that shit so serious. Like, like a fight is a big issue, like in New Zealand. Whereas in Romania, you have a scrap. Like, who cares? Like you're a pussy if you call the police,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's
yeah.
yeah, I don't know, understand it. Like they must, I don't know. Maybe the people were too drunk to even.
No, that's what I think. Yeah, because it was Queen Street, and back then Queen Street was busy. So
Yeah, that was
night
before
training.
COVID and shit. Before it all went dog shit.
So I feel like it's only just getting better now. Maybe it's just the Christmas time and stuff, but it's been pretty bad.
Yeah,
It was sad. Like
I don't know. I haven't really been out in town too much, but I did notice a lot more dodginess. Like every time I go, I'm like, bro, it's like pretty hoary, bro.
Yeah,
like it's pretty shit.
like a few months ago, been having shoulder problems. Went to physio, which is near K Road. And that day, my friend just wants to get an impromptu tattoo. Yeah, go on.
Bro, that's why your shoulder's not getting better, bro. You're going K Road.
No, wait. Oh, no.
Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, I know, yeah.
So he's like, he just messages everyone, I'm going to get a tattoo. Who wants to come? I was like, I'm literally there. Like, I'll come.
Okay.
And then so me and another friend meet up with him. He's getting his tattoo and we just have a walk around. And I'd been like, what's it called? Acupunctured real badly, and my shoulder, like my arm was stuck to my shoulder, like I couldn't move it. And it was like, like young looking, like crackheads walking around and stuff. And it was like one of the only times, before, like I remember before I started training, you'd get nervous in situations where there's a lot of people and stuff. And then, when you just start training, you're still nervous because you know your shit. And once you actually get good, like, it doesn't really bother you. And that was the first time in ages where I was like, I'm actually scared, and like, because these guys are dodgy and I can't do anything with my arm right now.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't remember, and I would go around K Road years ago, and yeah, it was so much different.
Yeah,
so much different.
yeah. And like, was that during the day too?
It was a Monday night.
Bro,
Monday night.
that's wild. Yeah, because like, you know, Wednesday is like, okay, classic like midday uni out, you know?
Yeah.
And then like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like kind of makes sense, you know? But you'd expect a Monday to be pretty chill.
Yeah, no. They were wild. They were like trying to hit up. We went and had a beer, and they were just trying to hit up everyone at the bar. And there was a lady walking around with only a shirt on.
Right.
Only a shirt on.
Right.
It was disgusting. Yeah.
Wild.
And then I went to Melbourne, and that was even worse.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I went to you know that famous graffiti place?
I mean, I don't.
Oh, there's like it's like an alleyway. It's behind the Culture Kings, and it's like alleyway, and there's a little alleyway coming off it, and it's full of graffiti. And man, there's just like people just parked up there, like, you know, doing anything and everything, and it was just crazy. Like little kids walking around, school kids, like doing like, you know, I guess there was a school trip and they had to go look at the graffiti and stuff, and yeah, just they didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like my only perception of like Australian crime is from like Australian drill, you know, like
yeah.
I don't even know what the but yeah, like, you know,
I think it is just called drill.
Yeah, but I assume there's like, you know, big gangs and shit, but I've never heard of like just like, you know,
I reckon it's like in all CBDs it's like that. Melbourne probably worse.
Real.
Just feels like it's too liberal there.
Right.
Yeah, so they just said, oh, it's fine, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so that was honestly a shock. We were like, my friend, because like I said, it's like an alleyway, like a mini alleyway, and he goes, go in front of the alleyway, I'll take a photo. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. And because we didn't see it properly, and once I go in front, he goes, oh no, we can't. Because like I turn around, it was just even crazier. Like when I got a proper view.
Yeah.
You know, like cardboard boxes and stuff, and yeah, just crazy.
Yeah, bro. You hear these, like sometimes I listen to like B Team like podcasts and shit, and you hear them talking about having to walk past homeless people. Like,
what city are they in?
Austin.
Okay,
and that's like a decent one because they were left out like you know, Joe Rogan and shit left LA because it was because of the homeless problem. So they're going to a better place, and that's still fucked.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
it's weird. It's like happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like it happens in waves, but why did it just start happening? You know?
Yeah, I mean, my leftist friends would say that like the wealth inequalities keeps growing. Like if you look at a CEO like from the 1950s, they maybe made like 300x their employees. Like, you know, whereas now it's like 30,000x.
Okay.
You know, like Bezos makes like, you know what I mean, compared to an Amazon worker.
For sure.
So like the rich are getting way richer and the poor are getting way poorer, and so that gap's like fucking massive.
I agree there's a wealth gap, but I think these folks, they're just drug addicts and happy to be.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
and now they're just allowing it.
Yeah, there is something to be said about like you can't really fix someone if they don't want to be fixed. And the hard thing about drugs is that they're like running away from a problem, you know? And like even if they're addicted, it's like the reason why they can't get out of it is because like they're running away from the other issues, you know? So either it's mental illness or it's like, as you said, it's like they just can't, like they're not going to fucking change.
Yeah.
And so no matter what you do economically, like someone that's that like in that position is probably not going to do much better. But it's fucking hard, bro. Like I don't know what you do about it, eh? Like
I think them kind of being too liberal and being like, oh, it's all good, like blah blah blah, is probably not the answer. Because I was watching this documentary in San Francisco.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I was like, yeah, being too liberal about it's probably not the right answer.
Yeah. Like, and I think like the other thing is like, you know, being too non-liberal but in the wrong direction. You know, like the war on drugs. It's like, oh, let's take all this money and chase drugs off the street. Like, do you know about Reagan?
Where he put in crack and
bro, he was bringing in cocaine, and his wife was going on national television, going, just say no to drugs, and then he was like, it was this whole operation, you know, like fuck it out. So
that's not a conspiracy that happened,
bro. Like we know that happened, you know, like it was a conspiracy at some point, but so it's kind of like okay, you spent all this money doing this bullshit that's supposedly helping, like the weed referendum, you know. It's like, oh yeah,
1%.
Like we have
like 1%.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, we have a drug let's say we have a drug problem or whatever. Like, let's make it illegal. All right, fund all the the mongrel mob.
Yeah,
like,
what was that? Why did they even do that?
But you know what I mean? Like, because like if you're not regulating weed and taxing it, then someone else is making the money, and that who's making the money? It's the gangs. So it's like,
Oh, I know people voted no because they had some kind of
Incentive.
yeah, as in they did it, sold it, or like something. Their friends did it, family did it, and you know that 1%, you know, would have come from those people even, like, you know. So
yeah. Or like just stoners that were way too lazy to fucking vote, bro. Yeah. It's like So I feel like it's a very fine line, but. Yeah, it is what it is at this point. Like I feel like there's just like
it's an experience for us. I didn't mind. I was shocked, but it was like when we saw that thing, my friend goes, "This might be the highlight of the trip." I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty cool seeing that." To be honest, cool. Yeah, it's ugly, like but you're also like, I needed to see something like that.
Right. Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Yeah. And like if you go to like a third world country, you at least expect you're going to see poverty.
Yeah.
You know? But when you see it in like a developed country, look, bro.
I went to like, in Armenia, people aren't well off, but they don't show themselves to be like poor. Like, but over here, they don't care.
But that's hilarious because I feel like it's a flip side. Like in Romania, similar culture, I think, where people have fuck all. Mm-hmm. They go in debt to flex a beamer, bro.
Bro, they go in debt to like do a massive like barbecue for everyone. How about that?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so true.
And that's a legit thing. Like,
yeah, bro. Christmas, everyone's broke. Yeah, because they're just like, bro, you need to get food in. Yeah, like I can't be seen as the guy with no food.
Nah, yeah. It's a bit show offy.
Very much so. But, yeah. Like the same shit in Romania, bro. Like 100%.
They'll literally like get a loan from the bank,
bro. Yeah. Oh man, my grandma on dad's side is like the number one like supporter of this philosophy. She will literally like empty her fridge every time you go there. Like she's like, oh, take this, and you're like, you're in debt. Like we literally like dad will like, you know, help her pay off her debt, and then next time we go over, she'll like try to give us a whole fridge again, and we're like, just and they can barely afford eat.
The food, and they can barely like they're not eating well. For them, meat's like a bit of a luxury. How about that? You know, so nah.
That's hilarious though. Yeah. But I hear what you're saying. Whereas like, you know, like in Romania, like if you go to this shop in your pajamas, people are like, what the fuck?
I'm still not used to that.
I can't do it myself, but it's like
I judge the people that do that. I don't like it. What are you doing? Like,
put some jeans on.
Yeah. Just don't wear pajamas.
Yeah, every Kiwi is gonna dislike this video.
For a while, after the Saturday morning trainings, me and Matt, shout out Matt McMeeking, he just opened up a new gym in, where did he open up the gym?
Whanganui?
Yes, Wanganui, something like that. Yeah. Wherever, you know, Central North Island. What's the name of the team? Vulcan. Yeah, so shout out Matt. We all goes pack and safe, and then I was like, I'm going to try to do the bare feet thing. And I did it once, like, I can't keep doing this because Matt loves his bare feet. I couldn't do it.
I told Matt that, like, when I came to New Zealand, like, it hurt to walk on grass because I just never had walked in bare feet.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, there was a summer where I never put shoes on. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? But yeah, there's that cultural difference, bro. Like, because if you, in Romania, like, probably same thing in Armenia, like, if you don't wear shoes, it's like, what do you not have money for shoes? Like, do you want me to buy you some shoes?
Oh no, how about if I wore shorts out? That's like embarrassing. One day my grandma goes, "Oh, you really look like a tourist today." I was like, "It's hot as, like, what do you mean?" Like, no, you have to wear pants.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, and then if they do work, they just roll their pants up.
Oh, really?
Instead of put shorts on.
That's
like, what is that? Yeah.
All I know is like, my mom was telling me how like she couldn't go to the dairy if she didn't put makeup on.
Okay.
Like it was just like not a thing. Like you cannot. Like it's not. Yeah. You know, what will the neighbors think? Like
truly.
There's
a lot of that. The neighbors will think.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then the neighbors here just love having domestics. You know. Nothing wrong with that though.
They don't give a shit, bro. They're just like, you fucking bitch. You're
I've seen a roof for some baseball bat out, and I'm like.
And the next day they're like, oh, sup, G.
Yeah. He actually, one day he's like, do you guys want chocolates? To me and one of the neighbors. And we go, yeah. And he goes, sweet. And he just chucked it off his dick to us. And he was trying to bash his missus with a baseball bat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, Well, at least you got some chocolate out of it.
Hard. Yeah, those old like fundraiser ones. You remember?
Yeah, maybe she was telling him not to give him chocolates.
It's like just for them giving out chocolates. Yeah, no, she was crazy too. I think they had they had a substance problem too. So, yeah. Back to substance problems.
Yeah, back to that, man. Fuck.
Nah.
Yeah.
Now back to training.
And substance problems.
Yeah.
Who's on roids? All right. On the New Zealand scene? Let's name him. No.
Honestly, that was on my mind. I was like, yeah. How about the guys in competition that are doing steroids?
Oh, bro. Last comp.
That's a thing. I want everyone to know. That's a thing in New Zealand jiu-jitsu.
Bro, this is the equivalent of Nate Diaz. Everybody's on steroids.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
I know people who know people that know for a fact, and I also just I have eyes.
Yeah, you see in one comp they're like huge, and one comp they're small.
But no, there was this one heavyweight, bro. Were you at the ADCC? I don't know if you came.
Yeah.
Bro, the white belt heavyweights. Did you see that shit?
I didn't pay attention.
Oh my god, bro. The plus 100 category, there was a guy that looked like fucking Hulk. Like, made Dwayne look tiny.
Oh, did he verse Dwayne?
Nah. He won the whole division, I think. Or something like. Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah, it was. He was on the podium, but
yeah,
bro, I was like, how are you even alive?
Yeah.
Like, holy. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's a thing in jiu-jitsu though. People do it. That's a common thing. That comes from Brazil though.
I don't know if it does. I feel like maybe initially.
Oh yeah, well now it's like not the old school era. But,
true.
Brazilians love doing it. That's a casual thing for them. No, legit.
Yeah, the horse meat, right?
For us, the hobby says like in beach culture countries, steroids is a huge thing.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how come New Zealand is like pretty outside of jiu-jitsu?
I guess so. You're right. Well,
but we're not really that much of a beach culture.
Yeah.
Like we have beaches and we go to beaches, but it's always like
it's not the same.
You just go out like fucking Muriwai and like you're by yourself.
Yeah. It's more picnicky here, but over there it's like
everyone hangs out, goes for drinks.
And it looks cool. I'd prefer that. We don't have that here, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like if like we have like the touristy resort area on Constanza. It's like by the Black Sea, so it's like the only sea we have.
And the water's way warmer there too, eh?
I don't know. I've never been,
okay.
but like I hear that like it's the same. Like there's nightclubs on the beaches, and it's all like commercialized, and like everyone goes there and parties out on the sand. Like
so I went to Greece, and it was cool as there was a beach we went to, and they had the benches out, and you didn't pay for it. But a lady came out that worked at the cafe and goes, "Oh, do you guys want anything?"
Yeah.
And like I was like, "Yeah, I'll get like a coffee and like something else." And that was mean, like because you just go, you hang out, and and then there was a party beach we went to and stuff. It was fun.
It seems cool. Yeah, like you hear about is it in Thailand where they do like all night parties on the beaches and shit, and like they serve like shroom concoctions and shit, and tourists get fucked up.
That's like a market, like at the market I've seen.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Have you been?
No.
Okay.
I remember watching like a video, and it's like a guy just sells it.
Yeah.
And the ganja there's legal too now. So
illegal or legal?
Illegal. It's legal.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like really. Oh, maybe that's Bali. I'm thinking of. I know in one of the places like they fucking like kill you for it.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Imagine that, bro. Having a joint and then just being hung.
But Bobby Lee was saying, you know, Bobby Lee,
Lee,
he's so funny.
crack up.
Yeah, he goes, in the Philippines they get like meth from North Korea.
Real.
Yeah. So it's like all over the show there.
To be fair, bro. They run that state like a fucking like it's basically a mafia state, right? Like they run that shit. They just.
Oh, is it North Korea?
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They just make money every way possible. Like,
well, like people starving to death there, and it's all good for them, you know.
Fuck,
yeah.
bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, we were watching a documentary actually on the Kim family, bro. It's so wild how they like basically turn it into a religion.
Yeah,
like they run it as a religion.
Yeah, like they rewrote the Bible pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know he like the current leader. I don't know what the fuck his name is.
Kim Il-sung.
There's a bunch of them, right? So I can't keep track. But he did his fucking like he did an overseas like gap year type shit or like a few years in Sweden.
Yeah.
So that's where he like
and they
picked
get
up
the
Western
education
shit
overseas. Yeah.
Bro, that's actually wild. And they had the guy like they had a dude that was getting interviewed that like went to school with this dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a foreigner.
Yeah. And like a Swedish dude. And he was saying like, oh,
Maniac?
yeah. No, like you seemed all right. But like he was talking about how like, oh yeah, like Kim, whatever, was like super like proud of his country, and he's like, oh, we're gonna be a real big player like on the world stage in the future and stuff. So like, you know, like just weird, bro. So weird. Like, and then becomes like a fucking dictator. Apparently the fourth biggest military in the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think they can. Nah.
I mean, maybe it's propaganda, but
yeah, but
they
I don't
got
think they can
nukes
do
and shit,
much.
bro.
Yeah,
like,
so there was like I want to say like his uncle or something tried to do like a mutiny, and he on public he like bombed them. You know what I mean? Like he dropped a missile on them or something crazy like that.
oh, there was, I don't know if this was the same case, but another family member, maybe it's the same one.
Yeah.
He had like they chloroformed him or some shit, like, you know, like had this prank video thing set up where they groomed these girls to do like pranks, where like they smeared like whipped cream on people's faces and like haha, like hidden camera, and then they gave him the target, and it was actually like a deadly toxin and fucking killed him.
Yeah,
Bro, this motherfucker plays like he doesn't, you know, he plays the game.
I watched a documentary, and like in the 90s or 80s, wrestlers like WWE wrestlers went and did a show there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because once a year they do this massive like thing, and they had just wrestlers in front of like 90,000 people. It's like the one big show they have a year festival, and they had WWE wrestlers go and wrestle there for them, eh?
Wild,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Can you imagine?
I'll be shitting myself. I'm
They
not
were.
gonna lie,
They
bro.
hated it. They regretted going. It's just.
And they have like facades, like they'll take you on like on trips and shit, and like all the shops in the distance. If you zoom up, like they're all like they're pictures.
Yeah,
they're not actual shops, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Nah, I've seen that too.
Fuck, that's like some communist shit. Like in Romania, like I know my parents and stuff would tell me stories about how like when Ceausescu, which was our dictator, would come through our city, all the shops would be like full, like oranges, fucking banana, like everything was full.
Fruit back then was like a luxury.
Oh, yeah,
especially like a citrus fruit for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but my dad remembers like eating a fucking orange once a year for Christmas or some shit.
So yeah, my parents would say like the Christmas gift was like a little bundle, and it was like fruits. Wow. Yeah, maybe like some chocolate as well.
Bro.
Yeah, that was like your Christmas gift from Santa.
Fuck. So yeah, anyway, so the guy would come through, all the shops would be full. As soon as he passes town, bro, everything's empty again. And you had to like line up for hours.
Yeah,
like,
common. Yeah,
wild. Wait, was Armenia also communist?
We were in the Soviet Union, but in all honesty, like my grandparents' generation, they don't have bad memories of it. Like, they don't. Yeah. I'll just say it like that. They don't. Yeah, they said it was all good. So, like my family was well off during that time. Yeah,
here's the thing I would say about that though, because I talked the same question I asked my mum's parents, and the same question I asked my dad's parents. Right, my mum's parents were mum's dad, so my granddad on mum's side was a like factory director.
Nice.
So he basically could allocate jobs.
Yeah.
Like had hella connections, obviously, all that kind of shit, right? My grandma on that side was like a shopkeeper, and she had like, you know, it was kind of like a convenience store type thing. So she had like the best produce you could like fucking stash and like give to the like, you know, like trade for shit. And,
You just barter back then a lot.
Yeah, so they were like pimping. They were fucking on it, bro. Like mum said, like anytime she wanted, she could have chocolates, fucking fruits whenever she wanted, every toy she ever wanted, like all that stuff. Dad's side, alcoholic dad, mum worked at the cinema and like supported 3 kids. They were fucking poor, and classic stories about the fucking orange and shit. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So it's like, depends on what your position was, and depends how close you were to the Soviet system, like to the fucking, we had like a, what would they call it? Like comrades kind of shit.
Yeah. You'd like join the Communist Party kind of thing. My dad was trying to do that, I remember, and then it collapsed. So
okay. Yeah. He didn't get in early enough, bro.
Yeah, but he was so why my family was close, he was a cop, and if you're a cop, you're getting, you know, you're living well. My grandpa, like he kind of, this kind of Soviet version of owned the store, like managed the store. So and then my mum's side, my grandpa would just like steal stuff from the factory, and he was a good welder.
Classic.
So he'll do home jobs for people, and so he had heaps of money. Like if you owned a car back then, like you were the man. But I think it was the same in New Zealand back in the day. If you owned a car, it wasn't easy and stuff. So
if you go early enough,
both my families had cars, and my grandpa had that car until like 10, 15 years ago.
Oh,
He got like for 30, 40 years he had it.
Bro, those old, what do you remember what was the brand? Like, you guys had, like,
it's a Lada.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you call it like a 06.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It looked nice. They look nice.
We had our version of the Lada, which was the Dacia.
Oh, and that's still, they still make that now, eh?
Yeah, but it's like obviously modernized and shit.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
the old one where it looks like the old school Lada, those ones would run for fucking years, bro.
Bro, and they actually look mean.
Now they do, yeah.
When I go Armenia, I want to, like, maybe for a couple of G's, I want to buy one and just cruise around in it because they look so good.
Yeah, bro. It would be funny as fuck to import one and just soup it up, bro.
I've seen a couple.
Really?
The SUV one.
Yeah. I want the classic
Same.
old fucking like 19 fucking 70s or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it was.
No, there is a handful. So apparently New Zealand bartered like butter or something with the Soviet Union back in the day, and they got the cars as like a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's why there's some floating around still. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
But no,
I'd be keen.
imagine one of those, bro. A Dacia with fucking souped up rims and shit. Can you pull up a Dacia? DACIA.
Yeah, you guys got to see
Old,
this.
just say old Dacia.
They
is that
remind me
shit.
of those nice old school E30 BMWs. Like,
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I don't
And
even
that-
know
'cause
the
they
model,
copied
but I know like the
the
BMW
box.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That white one. The white one.
Yeah, so my grandpa had one similar to that. Well, one of my
Yo.
grandpas, yeah. The other one had a nicer one.
Bro. Yeah. My grandma had one of these, but blue. And the funny thing
Nice.
is,
Yeah, and it's like a weird blue, eh? yeah.
the funny thing is, yeah, right there.
Yeah, okay.
The funny thing is, like, you would drive around in it. Like, I remember riding around in it. Look at the fucking wheel. Oh my God, it looks so old. When I went back in what would have been?
I remember when you went. Yeah, like
No, earlier. Like, I went back when I was
young.
12.
Yeah.
And she still had the car.
Yeah.
And we were riding around, bro. And like, you know how there's like potholes everywhere in fucking Eastern Europe. So I realized that there's like springs in the seat as opposed to like, I mean, they obviously had suspension.
Oh, now that you say that, yeah.
So you'd be bouncing around, bro.
It's surprisingly comfortable.
yeah. But it just felt so funny compared to like, you know, we had like whatever Nissan we had in New Zealand. And I go
Yeah.
back there, I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
Now, it was a
crack
bit of a shock to the system when I went when I was younger to Armenia too.
How old were you when you went back?
First one, I was 9. I've only been
okay.
twice, 9 and when I was like 23.
Were you born here or there?
I was born in Russia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so born in Russia. Oh, my brother was born in Armenia, went to Russia, and then at 1 year old we moved to New Zealand.
1, okay.
Yeah, I went. Maybe not now, but when I went to Armenia, I went to Russia as well for like a week, visited my cousins and stuff, and it was mean. Maybe not so much now because of the conflict. It's just not as good. But I was telling people when I came back, oh, you guys should try go Russia if you can go on a holiday. Like, it was really mean.
Nah, yeah.
Modern as like.
I mean, if you go to like Moscow and shit, like, yeah.
It
it's
was
gonna
cool.
be
So we
fucking
went
sick.
from like in between cities, and my cousin had like too much tints. This is just a funny story for everyone, I guess. With the police.
Classic.
So, because you know, it's like you're going in between cities, and cops will just be parked up there, and they see the tinted windows, they flag you down. And I think my cousin's godfather, or he was like the godfather to the guy's kid, was a cop, like a higher ranking cop. So every time he got pulled over, he'd just like get the phone out, and they'll talk, and they just let him go.
Right.
And then I guess there's a lot of illegal immigrants in Russia, or it's just common to do passport checks. And they told us, oh, don't get your Russian passports out, use your New Zealand passports. And we pulled it out, and they're like, oh, you guys are from New Zealand, blah, blah, blah. You guys done any drugs? And we're like, looked at each other, and I just start laughing. And then he goes, oh, and we go, no. And he goes, oh, why not? Yeah, like these cops are
Have you
telling
done
us-
any drugs?
Yeah, have you guys brought any, like, you know, just like go crazy here, basically. Why not? I was like, holy
Crack
crap,
up.
what just happened? Like,
Yeah.
It was mean. It was a good experience for me. But I guess because I was with a local too.
Yeah, that's interesting though, because like, it's funny because the locals, unless they're like connected or they have heaps of money, they're fucking scared of the cops.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. That's why my dad became a cop, because my grandpa was like scared because he'd be doing dodgy stuff all the time. So he needed contact. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
funny. Like that does, because like I was talking to some Russians that you know live here now. Actually, they're actually Ukrainian, but back then you know it was fucking.
I got a quick question. Do Ukrainians have their own language, or do they? Cause
Yeah.
okay. But
Yeah.
a lot of them know Russian well. So I was like, it must be real similar.
Yeah, because I mean it was one. You know, they
Yeah.
got fucking taken
Oh,
over, and then they got
even-
independence and
yeah.
all that shit. So, but like they do speak Ukrainian.
Okay.
Which to me, I'm pretty good at like hearing languages. like because I have like my Ivan.
Yeah,
he's my,
Ivan.
he's Russian and shit, so I can hear Russian. I can't fucking tell the difference really.
Yeah, well, see, because I've met Ukrainians too, and I've heard them speak. Maybe it was just to Russians, like this.
Sometimes they do, even between them. Sometimes they speak that Russian because like they grew up that way or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have their own language. Yeah, what was I? Well, yeah, so they were saying how like even in New Zealand, it took them a while before like they would see a cop and not freak out, you know, because they'd be like, oh fuck, you know. Because in Russia, bro, like they're just. I mean, I assume I haven't seen it myself, but you know, in Romania this happens. Like they'll just find reasons to pull you over so you can get some fucking money off you.
Yeah. Any excuse. It's not so much like that now in Armenia, but the first time I went, it was like that. The corruption got put down pretty good, which is surprising.
I would assume it would be the same because we like during the European Union.
Oh yeah, no, it would be way better now.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck, European Union's pretty dodgy as well.
Yeah, no, and if it it doesn't fully go away in a system like in a country like that, you know.
Yeah.
So there's always somewhat.
Yeah. You can always. There's always a price. Yeah.
When you were in Romania, did you do any wrestling?
Nah.
Yeah, that's my biggest regret. I went to Armenia and I was like, why didn't I go wrestling? Like, we got so much Olympic champs and stuff. So next time I go, like, have to do it. It's a shame not to.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I would have probably been better off doing like gymnastics or some shit, like, because that's what we're known for, right? But
so Joe, shout out Coach Joe, the owner of Syzygy, the best coach in New Zealand and the best team in New Zealand. Yep. If you don't know, now you know. He was like, oh, it'll be good to do gymnastics because like, you know, everyone on the team's like got injuries, like shoulders especially, so doing gymnastics will be good. And then he looked into it and there's nothing for adults. It's just kid stuff in New Zealand.
Yep.
So that'd be cool if you can find, and Romania will be popular, so I'm sure there'll be some adult stuff. But
I guess like...
Because GSP did the gymnastics and ever since then I was like, oh yeah, that's something cool to do. It's like a extra training, you know?
Yeah, I feel like the body awareness that you get, like, you know, like if you can do a backflip, like, you know...
Oh, I can't even cartwheel. How about that?
Yeah.
And so I've been happy with the kids class lately. And I'll go upstairs and they horse around like, oh, how do I engage? I'm like, oh, who wants to show me a cartwheel? And I did like 3 classes in a row. And then they were like, oh, you should do one. And I was like, oh, I'm really bad. And I didn't, I couldn't do it. And they were just like, oh, that was good. It's like, so yeah, I'd like to learn the cartwheel at least.
Yeah, I try to put them into warm-ups quite a bit. Because I feel like...
Remember, that was a warm-up when we do the laps?
Yeah, like I like them for 2 reasons. Like if you can't do a cartwheel, it's like good athleticism to learn, like good body awareness.
100%.
And if you can do a cartwheel, I find it's a good stretch.
Nice.
Like, you know, like because it's like you have to get to the end range of like certain
You got a rib
movements.
problem, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do and I feel like it's going to stretch here, right?
Yeah. So like even once I'm able to do it, I still feel like it's useful, you know, at least for the warm-up.
Yeah.
But then people, I don't know. Yeah, people are like, we're here to learn jiu-jitsu. We're not here to learn. It's like, well,
sometimes they just got to suck it up.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part when you just start too. You're like, oh, nah, I got to make everyone happy. And you're like, nah.
Yeah.
The other day, I won't say who, they came late to class. And that's all good. But then he just jumped in. I was like, oh, yes, sweet. I'm just kidding to act up. I go, oh, yeah, you weren't there. It's just on Wednesday. I go, oh, you were late. You didn't tell me. Sorry. And I get him like, come over here. Hey, everyone, because of him, you're doing 20 jumps, bros. I like it. I think you just got to do it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so back to old school mentality. That's a little bit of a hang up.
Oh, that's why I do it. Yeah, that's why I do it. I like that stuff. So I'm glad. Yeah, we came at the tail end, maybe the best time because we got a good taste of it. Once we got into blue belt, it was like the changes were happening. But that's also when jiu-jitsu started changing too. Like, I remember when... Oh, okay. It's a bit of history for everyone. I remember when EBI came, and then leg locks started becoming popular. I was like, oh, I actually met a Morris first, and then EBI, and like, oh, jiu-jitsu's changing, like, you know.
And then do you remember that some upper belts would be like, oh yeah, people just can't pass the guard, so they're falling back for leg locks, and that was like a big thing, bro. Yeah. For quite a while, people were like hung up on that.
Yeah, and then they got left behind though.
Yeah.
They got left behind.
Yeah.
But for me, I reckon, when they started doing that, like when Gary Tonin started getting big, Kit Dale made some noise.
Gary Tonin had some insane matches. Some of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah, but I didn't know who Gordon Ryan was for years. For me, I'd hear the name, but like I wasn't paying attention to the scene, but I was from the start. I remember Gary Tonin, he did the 80cc versus Kron Gracie. He lost, but like everyone's like, oh, this guy's an animal, like, you know.
Was that the arm? Nah, that wasn't the armbar escape, was it?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it was.
It was?
Yeah.
Can you look this up? Gary Tonin.
Wait, are you talking about the one at EBI where he like cut? Oh, no, that was a rear naked choke.
I can't remember.
I remember he did
Gary Tonin, Kron Gracie.
Yeah, well,
armbar.
I remember that was like we might have been close to blue belt, so that was still when we were fresh, and you're like,
yeah,
oh.
I think it might be that top one.
And I remember, so I feel like because of that Gary Tonin mentality. Oh yeah, let's see it. Yeah, this was like when this match happened. It was like,
can you turn the volume down a little bit?
So the story for this match was
just turn it all the way. It's not important.
Hickson Gracie was actually like heckling on the side.
Oh yeah,
he was heckling.
He was like,
yeah, he was doing chicken noises too. But
he doesn't want to engage.
Yeah,
and I guess this was the highlight. So he was beating everyone.
Yeah,
up until Gary.
Oh yeah, I remember this video. He actually talks about this. Stuart Cooper used to do real cool vids.
Yeah,
it used to be so hard to find jiu-jitsu stuff. I remember when we just started, it was just 10th Planet. That was like most of the technique vids.
Yeah,
it was hard to find good stuff. You'd find like Marcelo Garcia highlights, who for me is still the best. I'm a huge Marcelo Garcia fan.
Yeah, Marcelo was a fucking
man. Even as an amateur, I was like, this guy's the man. And then like the more time when I was like, oh, this guy actually was like.
The crazy thing is, bro, like his style still holds up.
Oh no, bro, like
I reckon he probably wouldn't blitz everyone anymore, but he would still be competitive.
Oh,
like
and
in the top.
That's what the training
15.
back then. If he trained, if there was
that's the armbar.
Yeah, it was the armbar. Oh, he comes up. Yeah, he's an animal.
Oh, bro, how did he survive that?
Because he just didn't want to tap.
Oh man, that's like the early like Nicky Rod fucking escape. You saw that shit where he like turns the shoulder?
Nah.
Oh, it was like against who was it against?
That in the UFC
recently,
Invitational.
I think so. Yeah, bro. He
rings a bell.
Instead of hitchhiking, he went the other way and like just like lifted his shoulder out, and it was so rough, bro.
This was again for me when Gary Tonin became big. It was like the submission mentality came in for jiu-jitsu. Before it was positional. It was
position before submission.
Yeah,
that was like the mantra.
Gracie.
Yeah.
Hickson Gracie. Yeah, and you know what? Nowadays I see people mocking Hickson, not mocking Hickson Gracie, but saying he's not that good. Man, early in the day, like he was don't mock him. He's a legend.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a legend. Yeah.
Absolute. But also I feel like that is coming back.
What is?
Position before submission.
Okay.
But it's kind of like the philosophy of chasing subs has stayed.
Yeah.
But people are getting better at controlling attacks.
And now how does things say it? Control to submission.
Yeah. Like you don't want to just jump on shit and lose it.
No. But see, so we were so much of the position. I think again, Gary Tonin getting big and being like such a submission hunter. It was like I remember early on, like shout out Coach Joe.
This is where fucking Hickson was doing the chicken noises.
Okay. But I remember Joe would tell us, I want you guys just going for subs. I want you. This is like when we were blue belts, like when he was like just starting to coach us. Sub. And that was like me going into a tournament. That's all I was thinking of. The catch.
Yeah.
And then like it would cost me, but I didn't care. It was like, nah, mean performance. Because then you'd watch other guys win, just holding side control. I'd watch teammates do it. I'm like, I can't watch this. I'd go somewhere else.
I mean, it is boring, especially if you don't know what the hell you're watching. You know, if you're like a non-jiu-jitsu guy and you just see a guy hold a position for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that was the biggest problem. And then again, for me, like maybe someone else, but for our time when we started like 2014, that summer
around that,
yeah, this guy came in and he just, was like, oh, nah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
What's the end goal? Submission. So you got to be thinking about that, not like hold and get the point.
Yeah. And it's funny because that mentality like reflects on my record as well. Like I went back and looked at my smooth comp.
Yeah.
And like all the ones that are in record, like there's a couple comps at white belt but that was before Joe anyway.
There was not even smooth comp as well.
That was before Joe anyway, right?
Yeah.
But like,
True.
all of them are subs. So I either lost by sub or won by sub. Like 0 point decisions.
Yeah.
They're all fucking subs.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. So either I need to like, fucking get my defense better so I don't keep getting caught. but it is what it is, you know?
I think we were talking about this like pretty much like, for example, every time with an armbar, basically every tournament I come out of, there's a hyperextension somewhere. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing too, but yeah, that's just...
Yeah, I guess there's also the idea that like if you're not positional, you're going to take more risks. Yeah. Like if you're like looking to advance consistently, you're taking more risks, right? So then the downside of that is that you will get like fucked up sometimes. Yeah. Because you're like, looking to progress as opposed to just shelling up or,
Oh, and you can't kid yourself in the tournament. I feel like you go to what you do.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And if you don't do that, well, you're obviously not in the right like mind to be competing.
Yeah. I realized that like this last tournament, because like, like the pre-comp nerves, it's self-imposed, but it happens every time. Even if you tell yourself you don't care about it, you still get it.
Yeah.
And then like the nerves got worse and worse and worse the like closer I got, and I was like, I just want to get on there. Like I just want to start. Like let's go. And I step on the map, and like the fucking nerves are going up, and like we do the bump thing, and my nerves are like peaking, and then first call tight, it just goes blank, and like it felt like almost like a dissociative experience. Like I'm not even.
I was just about to say that too.
It's like I'm just a robot, and whatever I've programmed in the last fucking 3-4 years, that's what's happening. Like I can't control it. It's just doing what it's doing.
So what? Because I've experienced that too. I mean, ages ago, Donald Cerrone was saying, "Man, sometimes when I fight, I feel like I'm watching myself like in." Bro, I feel like I've experienced that one time in Bum. Like I felt like I was watching myself compete, not like So sometimes when you're in that zone, you're just it's the best.
It's interesting. Best. I feel like there's a Japanese term called mushin, and it's their description of the warrior state of mind, where it's I think they call it like a state of no mind. So it's like the basically purely reactionary zero thought.
Autopilot.
Yeah. And yeah, it's funny because like when I was first starting out, I would hit that state often.
When you're just training or competing?
Nah, it's training.
Yeah.
Because I was a white belt and everything felt like a like life or death situation. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like when I'm training, like there's, you're getting harder and harder to find people that can push you. And so like you can kind of like fuck around, think like, oh, let me try this, let me try that. Like, I wonder if I can go from here to there. Like, you're constantly like trying to like develop. Yeah. And like, you get to a certain point where it's like, oh, I can just kind of chill through these roles. But then you get, you fucking comp prep with Joel and you're like, fuck, fighting for my life again.
Those are some huge roles. I remember watching those too. I was like,
bro.
The best.
I literally reconsidered my whole comp strategy after rolling with the motherfucker.
Nice.
Like he like, I was like, okay, I'm going to pull and look for legs. And bro, he just went over under and fucking squashed me for like 5 minutes.
That's what I remember. Yeah. That's what I remember. Just full squash, like nonstop.
And I was just like I was like burning, just trying to like find angles. And he was just like, nah, shutting it down, shutting it. I was like, bro, this sucks. Fuck that. I'm wrestling. Yeah. like literally that's what happened. And then I went and wrestled and whatever. But,
you gotta shock him sometimes. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So, I think the last piece of the puzzle for me is now dealing with that like pressure passing.
Dealing with it because you do it. Yeah.
No, I know how to pressure, but like looking for leg entanglements while someone's trying to close the distance.
Nice.
If they're loose passing, I can enter legs like pretty easily.
Yeah.
And that's what I was relying on. I was like, oh, bro, like I can enter anyone. And then Joel's like, nah, fucking pressure. And I'm like, I'm dying. Yeah. But do you fucking know the GOAT? Do you know the GOAT is the question. Q Davis. Is it Davidson? Q Davidson?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the 27-time world champion.
Okay, let's look at that one first. Now go to the playlist.
27-time
27 Chimey.
Oh, I should have worn my hat. I have a Renato Laranja jumper. Actually, thanks to Rebecca, she gave it to me.
Yo, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Rebecca. She's got a team too.
No. Go to the Renato Laranja one. Last video on the playlist. That's the real GOAT. But we'll go to.
How good was it? So again, the only jiu-jitsu content you could find when we started, was some highlight vids, few technique vids, mostly like 10th Planet stuff, and Renato Laranja.
Renato Laranja was a beast. Actually, to celebrate this fucking video, let me find the bottle opener again. You keep going, keep going.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, give me a beer too, please. Yeah, and the best part was, maybe you guys, people still think he was legit. Oh, I got a lighter we can use anyway.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. I can't find it, bro.
Yeah, Renato Laranja was just like, everyone thought he was like an actual person. You know what I mean? Like you would like, and even I remember watching the one of Joe Rogan.
All right, but wait, like explain the context because people don't know who the fuck this is.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just thinking everyone knows.
Like we're in this game for a long time. These memes have been around. I actually tried to find recent shit of him, and he's kind of off the scene for a bit.
So remember when I told you he's doing that podcast for like the last few months he stopped. It was of Karen Bryant, like she's like an MMA reporter. So yeah, oh nice, that's a pop.
Always get the pops.
That's a pop. Okay, so basically...
Let's hope I don't break a screen. Oh, fuck.
Renato Laranja... It's so hard to explain. Should I actually say the truth or should I say like what he tries to portray?
Let's watch the video and then we'll explain it.
Yeah, nice.
All right, let's watch it.
Yeah, because the best part is the mystery in this guy. Oh, nice. You know which one I also like? With Eddie Bravo. When he goes, get out. And after he's like, oh, nah, I choked you out. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna sit here.
Let's see the voice.
Don't you gonna fuck up that guy's camera? Wait, no, talking a lot of shit to me? What's up with that?
Yeah, see, he doesn't. This is Chris Weidman in his prime, by the way, guys.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
He's still a monster, bro.
Yeah,
he still is a monster.
Yeah. His injury's just gone the way. See, look how good he is. This guy.
Renato, look at him, bro, taking the back. Oh.
Look at
highball ride?
Yeah, highball ride. That's the word I was looking for. See, this is how ahead of his time he was.
Bro, absolute goat.
So this guy's won Valet Tudo World Championship 27 times. I think Hickson Gracie won 2.
Yeah.
I think he won 2, so he won 27. How many illegitimate kids does he have again? Maybe about 27 as well, eh?
Yeah.
Doesn't pay child support.
I don't think he knows. Yeah.
That's the way we do on the regular.
On the regular.
You let that guy Chris Weidman to do his stuff. He's not Hashish.
He doesn't like Heifer too.
It's not his lucky day anymore.
No Heifer.
He does not like his Heifer.
That's for Brazil. Don't worry about fucking Chris. He made his bed now. He gotta die in it.
Nice.
Porra caralho.
Porra caralho. That's a word. See, most of the guys that starting out don't even know porra.
They don't even know, bro.
Bro.
They don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's actually break this down. So this guy comes on the scene, right? There's a bunch of videos. I tried to like find videos of like kind of explaining what he's doing or whatever, like the Joe Rogan one or stuff. They're all 20-minute long, bro.
Yeah,
they went hard with the lore on this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm not gonna watch a 20-minute video on pod, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck it up. But like, basically, right? Like Eddie Bravo. This is Eddie Bravo's student, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and just the extra thing, because I remembered, you know Joey Diaz?
Yeah.
His dad was Joey Diaz's first karate coach.
Cracker.
Yeah. I remember Joey Diaz said it, and his name's Rasong. And he goes, Rasong. And then Joey goes, and yeah, he explained it. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So basically, this guy comes on the scene, right, on the YouTube scene, and he's harassing Eddie Bravo in like a Portuguese accent. He's going, I'm the 27 Chimey world champion.
Valet Tudo.
Yeah, I don't pay child support.
Nah, he doesn't pay child support.
He does
and
not.
Shouldn't. He shouldn't need to.
Yeah, he's Renato Laranja. Why would you?
So lucky to give birth to his child.
So he goes and like pesters Joe Rogan outside of his shower. He like waits for him to finish showering and he starts talking about
he's a
weed.
reefer smoker. Yeah,
he's like, you shouldn't smoke the heifer.
Yeah,
you know, he like flirts with Honda Housey.
That's a good one. Oh nah, the best one is the beef of when the fat guy. He always calls him the fat guy. Vinny
Magalesh. Yeah.
So good.
Fucking hell. Then Nate Diaz almost fucking knocked him out one time.
Yeah, see, honestly,
Nate didn't know.
Yeah, I think that's the one, like legit one. And I haven't heard any like talk about that after, but I reckon that wasn't.
No, I watched it like today, and I was
legit,
like, "You want put Nate Diaz, Renato Laranja."
So so this guy is an actor though.
Yeah,
he's not doing it for real.
He's American.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not really Renato Laranja. His name is actually it doesn't matter. Rasong something.
Yeah, but he's American. He's got an American accent.
Yeah,
There's one video of him
American.
where he's breaking character, and I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear him. Yeah, that top one.
Oh my gosh, yes, classic. Yeah, so
down
when we started training jiu-jitsu, everyone thought this guy was like actually like because
Bro,
he would go into YouTube comments and people's comments would be like, "Oh, like how could he be such like a douchebag and stuff?"
Yeah.
Like,
And he would wear like 8, 9 stripes on his
Yeah, I was
black
gonna
belt
say,
and shit.
pay attention to his belt. He's that good. He's got like 10 stripes.
Yeah. So yeah. And he's just doing like this is actually Nate being like, nah, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, and this is young Nate Diaz when he
bro.
was like angry. He was just angry.
Hey, look, you can see he's confused. He's like, oh, yep, cool, we did it.
Yeah.
And Nate's like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, he touches his back like as in nah, like
Yeah.
what? He's gonna give him a push or something.
Nah, I think he gives him the finger.
Oh yeah, nice.
Classic.
How good was it when Nate Diaz fought Donald Cerrone? I think it was in the second round. He just gives him the fingers.
Oh yeah. Or the triangle lockup.
Yeah. That's
double
even more-
finger.
I forgot about that actually.
What pissed you off? What'd he do?
What pissed you off? What'd he do?
Yeah,
Nothing, bro.
everything. Yeah, I'm just Nate Diaz.
Did you see Shane Gillis, whatever his name is?
Oh,
The comedian. He was talking about he was hanging out with Nate, and like midway through a conversation, goes out of the club, fucking front kicks a dude. Like he's like, yeah, fuck yeah,
What
Nate
about?
Diaz.
Oh, there's the video where him and his boys have a rumble outside too recently. That's a good one.
Oh man, Nate just lives that life.
Yeah,
you know?
he's a family man too. That only just came out like a month ago. He's got a family. Like
Wild. Yeah, when they asked him about his kids, and he's like, I've been fathering the motherfuckers for years.
nice, as he should be.
Yeah. All right, but who I was actually talking about, the GOAT. All right. The GOAT.
Yeah. Sorry. No, who?
The greatest car jiu-jitsu fighter of all time. Press play.
Okay, I think I heard of car jiu-jitsu. Why did that become a thing?
Yeah, that one right there. Q Davis right there, the world champ, the greatest.
Okay. Does this guy have a jiu-jitsu black belt or is he just?
Nah, they're blue
purely-
belts.
Nah.
They're blue belts, bro.
Come to Auckland.
Competitor in our third bout this evening. He's a mixed martial arts fighter.
Okay, what are they wearing?
Yeah, just. I reckon just turn off the commentary and we'll just have it playing.
You know what's funny? Everyone
Blue
wears
belt,
the loose
165.
pants nowadays. I wear like my gi pants and a shirt over, and people think like that's my outfit. I'm like, nah, these are gi pants. Like, I used to, yeah.
Oh, you mean like the fashion?
Yeah, the fashion's like they wear like the baggy pants.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I got like my,
David.
I got, yeah,
He loves them.
yeah.
Actually, Nina wears them too. Bro, the newer generation
don't
is
talk of-
keen on those pants,
Yeah.
The newer generation. And it's like, it's
Yeah.
only a couple years apart. Like,
Yeah, we're actually not that far apart in age.
actually, maybe not. Because I remember when she was 16. So how, oh no, it must
It's
have
like a
been.
5-year gap.
Five-year
It's like
gap.
a 5-year
Yeah,
gap.
yeah.
It's Jack. Yeah, Grayson's
baggy
not like
pants.
that. Oh yeah, we're just talking about our team members right now. Shout out Grayson.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah, yeah.
Grayson.
But those baggy pants, like back in the day, they used to be like rave pants, like the fat, the shuffling pants. You remember that shit? Bro, they're like basically
Shuffling
what it is
pants.
now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like that fat.
Yeah, no, I remember. Talking about 50 Cent. I went to 50 Cent yesterday, and I remember during that time, baggy jeans were quite popular. When like I feel like in the early 2000s.
But that was like the baggy, like gangster ones, like the low riders,
and the shirts too. You're right, and everyone would remember when they'd wear boxers, not like
yeah.
you'd wear your boxers, low ride them, have a extra long shirt.
But you know what's crack up? In primary, I was like trying to get my mom to buy me boxers, and she was like, "Nah, that's for gangsters," and she would never let me get
Yeah,
them.
I only had one pair. I only
really?
had one pair. Yeah,
They were precious, eh?
yeah, they were precious. Yeah, it was cool if you had boxers on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Crack up.
I never had a flame shirt. Did you ever jam a flame shirt?
A flame shirt.
Yeah.
Nah,
Everyone
nah.
used to like the flame
Yeah,
stuff.
I know what you mean though. Can you skip ahead to the start of the match that's actually going to go on? Because this is like promo or something. Or is this the start? Oh, yeah, this is the start. All right, here we go. Here we go. So here's the thing, right? They start with the seatbelts on,
Okay.
I think.
Ah,
yeah.
nice. And that's like, take it off, get it.
Yeah,
straight into
yeah.
it.
And you can like block opponents' seatbelts.
Well, look, how much of a disadvantage is having the steering wheel?
Yeah, it's a good question. Maybe they do a swap. They both opted to get out of the seatbelt.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you like try to block the other person? Like maybe just keep the seatbelt on, bro. Just opt to like stop the other person from getting it.
Yeah.
Bro, how fucking stupid is this shit?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Bro, this is training you to like take treats out of your dog's mouth. You know, when they like eat a piece of chocolate, you're like, no, drop it,
Nice.
fucking drop it.
Nice.
Look at that.
Well, you know what's it's talking about dogs and we're talking about jiu-jitsu. I saw a video of like South America, some wild dog was just going after a woman.
I thought you were
And
going to
then,
transition to some roasting some guy.
No, and then a guy just goes right behind the dog and choked it unconscious.
Oh, yep.
It was real cool. I was like, of course.
Yeah,
of
and
course.
it would work too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Oh,
got
shit,
me
that
less
ended.
scared
That
around
ended.
crazy
Can you
dogs.
skip a tiny bit back so we can see how that ended? I didn't see that. So, I believe...
Oh, how about back in the day when people would like... Oh, well, it happened to me.
Oh, yeah, it's the belt. It's the belt was freaking belt choke.
It's still on? Well, he used the belt to choke him?
Yeah. Look at that. It's like an Ezekiel type
See,
shit. Right
I
there,
don't
G.
know, man.
Oh, yep, cool. 1 point for Raymond.
You know what? If these are black belts doing it, all good. Nah. You blue belts, stay out of this. I'm not even a black belt. Like, I'm not even trying... nah.
No, to be honest though, like the pro fight card that Absolute Jiu-Jitsu put on, where Joel was competing.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of like
Oh,
color
don't
belts.
get me wrong. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah,
They had a bunch of, bro, the matches were sick. I saw a fucking like textbook suplex, bro. Textbook
suplex.
like full back arch. Fucking like slammed a guy on his head. I was like,
How was the other guy
holy
when he got
fuck.
suplexed?
He like they rolled and
Yeah.
he lost the match, but I was just like, bro.
The guy that got suplexed or did the suplex?
Nah, the guy that suplexed him, I think ended up on a rear naked or an armbar or something. I can't remember.
Oh, right off it pretty much, eh?
Yeah, like, got the back and
nice.
shit. But yeah, I was just like, holy shit. Like,
no.
And then like the black belts were just playing technical.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite matches is like a wild purple belt.
Yeah.
A wild purple belt, just good to go. Oof.
Yeah, because they both have like a good A game.
Yeah.
and
they're just gutting for that.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I feel
but
like
then
that's a catch style. Sweet.
that's the thing. Like, whereas black belts, like, I feel like they're going to try to negate the other guy's game more. And so you ends up being a lot more stally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
do the pressure
So
style.
I was like kind of skimming through this and like they do three rounds. So like they'll do 2 rounds in the front seat and then 1 round like if like the qualify or like if it's like an equal.
Yeah, nice.
They go in the back
so
seat.
one on the steering wheel side, one on the steering wheel
and then they
side,
go in the back
seat.
So this is like the Uber championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why the car? Why the car?
I mean, that's to be fair to these guys, when is grappling more needed?
Yeah,
That
when you're
in a
small
fucking
area.
car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then I found they do MMA as well.
Nah.
Can you check up the MMA one? It's in Russia, obviously,
Oh, yeah, okay. For me, for some reason that makes it better.
and it's a convertible. So they got the last one.
They love a convertible
Oh,
in
it's that
Russia,
one,
don't
yeah.
they?
Bro, check this shit out.
Jeez, too much.
They try to keep them from falling off the fucking car. But you see what I mean? They needed to get a convertible, so they make it MMA. Because if it's fucking so enclosed, they can't even punch. It just becomes grappling.
Yeah, true.
So
And then what happens when they get out the car?
they just reset.
Nah. Backstage brawl. The backstage brawl.
Oh, crack up.
So before I started watching MMA and I knew submissions, I only knew what submissions were from like pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Boston Crab, the Wars of Jericho, was like the most realistic one.
Yeah.
But now if you watch WWE, there was a guy that does arm bars.
Real?
Like, yeah. So
Well,
they've
didn't Ronda into the WWE? So
Yeah.
she's doing like proper judo shit. and
So
stuff.
I don't think she's in WWE at the moment. Like she's not on like Monday Night Raw on the regular, but there was a point where she was. Yeah, and everyone loved her. Everyone loved her.
Real.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got the like attitude for it, right?
Well, she was a fan, so she knows how to like. she knows how the business works.
Toward the end of her career, she was like very like unlikable because of that. Like she was playing a heel.
Well, I think from the start, like MMA, she was unlikable for MMA fans, but she got so mainstream.
I think initially she was like kind of less like she played less of that character, right?
For sure.
And then once Joe Rogan started going, the best athlete of all time.
How about when you said she could beat up, she could be ranked like bantamweight man.
Yeah. She also said she could beat Floyd Mayweather, which I still kind of think it could be possible. Joel disagrees, so I don't know. Joel knows more than me in MMA, so maybe he's right, but he doesn't know grappling though, bro. Like fucking shoot a low single.
Yeah, but she can't box. She can't
But
box.
like, unless you knock
And
her
she
out
didn't
coming
wrestle.
in,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're fucking Olympic level judo, bro. Like, fuck.
So talking about judo and MMA,
She could
the
pull
best
fucking
judo.
side control and still win. Like, fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
Like stylistically, it makes sense, but she was just like she came in at a time where women's MMA was very low level.
That's true.
So that's why she was just so significantly better than everyone else.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to watch a guy that did mean judo for MMA, I think the only guy that did it really good, Karo Parisian. He's an old school UFC fighter, and he did that one.
How do you spell his name?
Karo.
Karo.
Yeah, and in space Parisian first one.
First one.
And he has this. We'll put it
Highlights. Just chuck highlights on.
Yeah, because his he does a mean throw. I won't even say it.
Yeah.
It's like a judo. Yeah, this guy is the man. This is one of the best
Diego
old school
Sanchez,
MMA
okay.
fights as well. Diego Sanchez, Karo Parisian.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
a very good fight.
Fuck. Diego was a fucking Oh!
Oh no, bro, this guy was an animal.
And he did that rollover thing where, like, you know, like when judo guys do like the rollover so they don't hurt the guy.
Yeah,
Like they don't land on it. He just like rolled out of it.
Okay, see, I didn't even know that much about judo.
No. But like, you know how you can like land flat?
Look, landed on his head.
Oh shit!
Made him land on.
That's crazy.
I think this is the one.
The hook
he
over.
does a mean throw.
Fuck! I wish I knew my judo names now.
Oh, you're hard.
I need to talk to
But
Ron.
I can't remember jiu-jitsu names.
Bro.
So hopefully they show it.
Who was the champion of this era? Do you remember?
This would have been Matt Hughes.
Oh, Matt Hughes.
This guy got a title shot. He beat Matt Serra, got the title shot, tore his what's it called, like the thigh muscle somewhere in the thigh, and then he got a kind of like, it's not confirmed, but it sounds like he got kind of addicted to the painkillers, and his career went in the dumps after.
Bro, that's a big problem, bro. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that fucking bro. That's some Islam shit.
Oh, I think this is the guy he does.
Did he hold it? Can you back up like
Kimura.
10 seconds? Did he hold on his glove? How the fuck did he hold that?
Kimura grip?
No. That like, what the how? Oh, I guess he just had like that like shoulder grip. Holy shit!
I hope they show it soon. Oh, this is it. And look, and he gets the finish. They don't show it, but
they just show the throws.
He throws a Kimura. He throws him a Kimura grip, and then gets.
Nice.
Yeah. So
see that's not that impressive because I can do that move, but the other shit that I can't do, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. I feel you though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wow.
this guy's the man. Now, Armenian fighter too.
Yeah, I'm not. Aussie. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Do you guys have good judo over there? Like, I don't follow the judo scene.
Yeah, it's more wrestling.
Okay.
But the gym he trained at was like Jean LaBelle?
Yeah.
So Jean LaBelle and another Armenian guy ran the school.
Oh, is Jean LaBelle Armenian?
No.
Okay.
That's just the connection though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought Nick Diaz back in the day. He fought
my
GSP.
This guy's a
He
beat. Oh,
fought Matt Serra.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, because we started getting a bunch of judo guys coming into our gym,
I like that.
and like, I don't know, like I've been kind of getting more into like, because I used to just like shoot for the legs and like be like, fuck your judo. I'm just gonna like make it not.
So you play, eh?
Well, I'll stand with them, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna fucking shoot no matter what happens, and I'll chain wrestle out of it. And like, they're just not good enough at defending the legs to deal with it. Like, and if I stand up tall on a single, they'll throw me. But like, if I stay low, like they're just not gonna like have the counters.
To be honest, because just with the shoulder and stuff, I still sack it to stand up with them. Eh?
Yeah.
But I should.
Yeah, especially in the gi, bro. Like, you just can't get a grip. Like Ron, a judo black belt. Fuck, he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu now, so he's like, his guard is okay, like, you know, his jiu-jitsu is okay, but like when you're standing up, you just cannot grip him. Like, he'll fucking like constantly move you, and then like you're always playing from behind, and you're always trying to like get something, and then by the time you're getting something, he's already thrown you. Like, it's so annoying.
It's so nice to watch, but I prefer the wrestling. I like to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
not in a trash talk way. It's just more my buzz. You know?
Yeah. So like I used to say that because I was better at the wrestling, and then I've been hitting a couple foot trips here and there, and I'm like, ooh, that's addicting. When you hit it, like, it's like effortless. Like, you know how in wrestling you gotta like grind, like it's like you gotta fucking like single, double, single, fucking body lock, pick up. Like, you just constantly gotta spam them and like grind them, and then hopefully they're more tired than you are, and you just fucking like get the takedown. Whereas in judo, it's like one split timing thing, boom, done. Like game, you know, it's fucking like it's so much more satisfying when you hit it. And saying that I suck dick at judo. So, but like, it's just been like interesting and I've been playing with it a lot more. And like, these fucking guys coming in like Linton and fucking, there's another guy that's coming into the Thursday class. Another judo guy. And like, I was like, bro.
Are they from the same school?
I don't know. I think they used to be, but this guy hasn't trained in a while. And like, it's just like, what the fuck's going on? All the judo guys in fucking Auckland are coming to our gym. I got to start learning judo, you know?
Why I showed Kara Parisian is because judo is like with the gi, he's like the, I guess, and Ronda Rousey, but him more so, successfully used like judo in like no gi, MMA. Yeah. Because it is hard to, like, you know?
I wonder about that, right? Because like Greco is like, basically the no-gi judo in a sense. It's like different rules, but like similar idea, right? Like you're upper body only, and you're trying to. I guess you can't trip.
Nah,
and that's the difference.
Nah. It's froze.
But like, what's this? Oh, same guy.
Nice.
Oh, he's teaching old school. Yeah, this is the type of shit we used to watch.
Yes,
you'd find this www.groundfighter.com. Like, I bet that website's out of business.
No way. Or it's just some porn site or something.
Oil wrestling.
Oh, you stay away from it. Cool little story. My grandpa, it's like a village in Georgia, but all Armenians that live there. So during the ages ago, during World War One, a lot of Armenians got migrated there, and so he's from there. And every Easter they do like a wrestling tournament, and people just from everywhere come there. I always wanted to go away. I feel like that'd be so cool. Yeah. So one time I gotta try suss it out, like train like a couple months of hard out wrestling.
Yeah.
Go there and see
just for the experience. Yeah.
No, it's cool because they play music. You wrestle on grass. Yeah. Like it's.
Bro, I've thought the same shit about Mongolia and their shit.
They got some weird outfits, eh? They got some weird outfits.
So there's a guy.
I think it's like sleeves, no shirt kind of thing, eh?
There's a guy I watch. I'm like I'm not a super fan of a lot of things.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this accidental comedian called Carl Pilkington.
Oh my!
You know who he is?
That guy's like, because I watched that Ricky Gervais show, and that guy's just out the game.
I literally did a whole episode on him, like going through my favorite bits.
Yeah.
The Mongolian wrestling one. Play sound on this one. Play sound on this one.
But he would have hated it.
It's so funny. He also did sumo. It was crack up.
Yeah. He's just. I love it when Ricky Gervais mocks him. Oh, look at those Mongolian horses. They look real. Yeah. Mongolia's got quite a few wrestlers doing in the Olympics, though.
This isn't a costume to fight in.
Yeah, I wonder how that became a thing.
The fight was one thing, looking like this, and I'm going to get battered. It's degrading.
Well, good. The women love it.
I don't know. I've no idea. It's not the sort of thing I normally wear, Richard, if I'm honest. So I don't know if I've got it right or not. I'm sorry about that. Feels too small. It's like a small cardigan. Are you sure that you haven't got one of the kids'
look at this mess of boots?
I look gormless in the shadow. I've never had that. I've never seen me shadow and thought, what a div I look.
Does he end up wrestling?
He goes, I look like an acorn. Yeah.
Oh, he'll get assed up.
Oh, they don't even try. Like he's like below a white belt. You know what I mean?
Do you know Bruno, like the Sacha Baron Cohen character Bruno? You know Bruno, Ali G, Borat?
Yeah.
But there's a funny one where he sees some college kids in Daytona Beach and they're wrestlers.
Yeah.
And he's like plays a gay character. So he's like, oh, teach me wrestling. That's the funniest clip, eh? And then apparently at the end, they don't show it, but like, he goes, oh, this is for a gay show. And the guys chased him down and stuff. He's crazy. Yeah,
that guy has like, I don't know how he did.
How can he stay in character so good?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh, he mocked him so bad.
Wait, turn up
volume. Daytona Beach. I watched this so much.
Let's see you guys wrestle.
Put
on your... Yeah. So, do you want to show me how to wrestle?
Look, he doesn't take the... Look. Oh.
So whistle blows. We're coming in here, grabbing.
They're being serious.
Down.
Nice.
For legs here.
All right.
Right, see what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. It's
That's good.
Now,
he's a great character.
Step here.
Yeah.
Grab behind my legs.
Maybe
put
we
your
need to go
head
American learn to wrestle
right
on
in
the
my
beach.
chest.
Okay,
Boom.
great.
Like that. With that foot.
Okay. So
And look at his head positioning.
Okay.
Or this is like Kane.
Like that.
Remember that?
Okay.
Yeah, Kane, you know, if you're listening, you know what you did.
You know what you did.
what you did.
Let's do that.
You knew what you were doing too. That was
Put your head in the belly button, he says.
Yeah,
That ain't the belly
You
button.
love it.
All right, stay on top.
And David
Stay
loved
on
it too.
top.
Yeah, you did, David. If you're listening to this, you did love it.
What we're going to do is for the front of the show, we're going to spell out.
Now he's just trolling them.
Go P, then you go
Me and
A.
Matt actually talked about it a couple times. Gay guy wrestling. We're like, has there ever been a gay guy at training? And Matt goes, there's definitely been someone that's come in, you know.
Like in the closet or like openly gay? Because I don't know of any.
Or. He goes, just statistically speaking, there surely was someone.
Yeah.
But then you haven't really rolled with anyone and they've like.
But the thing is, bro, like, would you even care? I
as long as they're not like saying something weird while we're rolling.
yeah, like obviously, right?
Yeah.
Like if they're just acting like a normal human, like you know,
It's
like there's just like no room for that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking kill you, like in some sense, you know, like there's just zero room for any of that. But like there's surely been someone.
Yeah,
it's just a funny question to be like, who was it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which one?
I had a couple I can think about. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah,
and from back in the day too. From
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah.
We'll talk business after.
Yeah. Back in the day, that crew was funny, man.
Yeah, I remember when I just started. It was
Funny in a weird way, you know?
So to be honest, I started off the lunchtime classes.
Oh, you did?
Shout out lunchtime classes. But like within like 2-3 weeks, I just doubled up. I'll go nighttime. But I preferred the lunchtime crew way more. Oh, another thing from when we started. How many people did no-gi when we started? It was just the MMA boys doing no-gi.
True.
Yeah, because we train at, Syzygy is, Syzygy. Shout out Syzygy, best
shout
gym
out.
in the country.
Absolutely.
Best coach in the country too. Shout out
Let's
Joe
go,
Chan.
let's go.
The most handsomest group of coaches as well.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
handsome group
Yeah.
of coaches, but that's another story.
Yeah.
You guys can go on the website and check who the coaches are. What was I saying? Yeah, when we started, like, I feel like there was a handful of people that jammed the no-gi class and the gi class. But yeah, like even Grayson told me, I just never did no-gi. That just wasn't a thing for me until like when Joe really took over the team.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing.
Or even if it was a thing, it would be like the
was
exact
looked down
same
on.
game.
Yeah.
You know, like it would just be like, well, I guess you can't play spider guard, lapel guard, fucking half De La Hiva, half fucking.
Even butterfly guard wasn't being used much.
True.
It was closed guard, right?
Yeah.
Closed guard, half
You would
guard,
use
closed guard, half guard.
use like whatever of the gi guards you could apply. You would use those.
Yeah.
You would never go like, oh, let me enter legs, let me like elevate off the hooks.
I am partly to blame for. There was a period where Paolo like banned the leg lock.
Yeah.
I was part of that reason.
Really?
So there was a new guy that came in, and Dave, one of our black belts, shout out Dave, used to like ankle locks, and he showed it to us at lunchtime class. So I knew what they were.
Dark arts back then, bro.
Yeah.
A straight ankle lock was considered the dark fucking the devil's work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly was.
Yeah.
And then some new guy came in and he was ankle locking me. I was like, this isn't an ankle lock. So I chucked on one and we were ankle locking each other. And then afterwards I found out Paolo was like looking at me telling him, goes, look how stupid they are. Like, what are they doing? Blah, blah, blah. So then class ends and he goes, oh yeah, by the way, guys, no more ankle locks. No more ankle locks.
Zero.
Yeah, because of me.
Yeah.
I was like a couple months in at that point
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
anyway. But yeah.
That's
couldn't
funny
even
as fuck.
ankle lock.
And you know what? Like, I remember now, Dave, so he's like, you know, pretty successful, runs an accounting firm, a little bit of an older folk, you know, like he's even when we were started, he was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't
he
know
was
how old he was, but he wasn't like a
You could
young,
say he was the daddy of the gym.
yeah, he wasn't like a
Yeah.
young competitor, you know, like fucking popping roids and shit, you know? And he went to nationals in the gi and he competed against some stud judoka fucking brown belt. And I remember Dave pulled guard and ankle locked him and we were all like, fuck yeah, let's go.
We're just happy for old Uncle Dave.
Yeah, dude. But it's just funny how like that was like, you know, it was like dark arts.
Yeah.
And even that guy was like, what the fuck is, boom,
Yeah.
you know, caught with it. Yeah.
And now it's just light work.
That was just like that's like what we teach like kid, like almost, I'd be happy to teach a kid a foot lock, like a straight ankle lock. That's like just standard. It's just like,
and to be honest, for me, the dodgiest one for kids when I watched him training is just the armbar, because you're like, you don't know how
they're so flexible.
Yeah. And like it might not be hurting them at all, but I'll just stop it. But apparently they cut him in guillotine. I don't think that's a big deal. They get choked
I
out,
think it's
fine.
like the neck stuff. Like, I think it's more to do with their own awareness of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like they don't realize that like they're hurting because it's adrenaline and all this shit, you know?
Yeah.
And like even for me, bro, it's taken me a lot of years to like realize when I should be tapping. Like I let things go way past the point they should have gone. Even though like nothing snapped, I was fine. But I would just like not tap to neck cranks.
Oh yeah.
For a while, bro.
Yeah.
Like people would just grab my
Nice,
head and
nice.
like squeeze, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's not a choke."
Yeah, no. Well, and it's for me. It was more like, if you like, you're not doing it properly.
Yeah, but then I'd have like a sore neck for 3 weeks, and like now I'm probably paying the price. You know, with
I remember when you just started, and you were like, I just grab with my dad sometimes after training.
He used to tap me all the time,
and he
bro.
would just neck crank the shit out of you.
Bro, he would just like headlock me and just squeeze at the right angle, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, my neck's about to break. Like tap.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah. And then that's when I learned that you, if you're getting headlocked and neck cranked from like bottom side control, you just target the floating rib with your knee. And no, the TV's closed. That's a good thing to know.
Oh, is it gonna stuff up the podcast?
Nah, it's
Okay,
fine.
sweet.
It's fine. It's just
Oh, that's a TV.
I don't even know if it works. You got to press that power button on the side, but it's all right. It's fine. Other side.
Well, how about Eddie Bravo?
Yeah.
He was like the controversial guy because he was a heifer smoker when we started.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
And like, if you were a pot smoker, you'd go to 10th Planet.
Yeah.
Or you were.
Do you remember there was a couple of 10th Planet rappers when we just started.
Yeah.
And there was the guy with the rash guard. That was funny.
Yeah, he would like, the thing is he would go somewhere to train, like in Hamilton, I think
Drive
it was.
to H-Town.
Yeah, he would go to
Drive to
Hamilton. It's
H-Town.
like an almost like 2 hour drive, like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And he would like,
So
like,
this guy
train
was
there once.
apparently this guy was apparently approved, because I even heard one time Eddie Bravo said on the Joe Rogan podcast, I went New Zealand once to Hamilton. I was like, that
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they would have had like a guy there or whatever.
Yeah, but there's no 10th Planet gyms now. Not that I know of anyway.
Yeah.
And they went from like being like the prominent school to like kind of irrelevant now, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still quite like a lot of 10 planets. Like, oh no, you know who's 10th Planet? Affiliated.
Keith Cook.
No. Stephen Booth.
Okay.
He's like affiliated to like Freaks.
Which
is Eddie Bravo's guy.
Yeah.
But I think they like branched off 10th Planet. Like it's Gio Martinez. Gio Martinez.
That was one of his best dudes.
Yeah,
He was a Metamoris EBI guy.
Yeah, so I think
Maybe
he
not
opened up
Metamoris.
his own affiliation called like Freaks or something.
Yeah, okay, so that's where he got the name. I was wondering where that came from.
But fuck, Steven's good, man. Yeah.
Does he still compete?
I haven't seen him on the scene in a while, but fuck, when he came in when we were both purple belt, he fucked me up pretty bad.
Oh, did he come to the team?
Yeah. He came in, like, trained a little bit.
Okay.
And like we had a cheeky roll like after class.
Yeah.
And like it was like a bunch of white belts and like maybe like a couple blue belts and like me and him. And we were like scrapping it out a little bit, like, you know, like, oh, the two purple belts on the line. And to be fair, he got me in the lockdown, fucking swept me, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
I went in a tournament once, someone locked down me and I was all good, but I was sore after though. That's just
the way he did it, he wasn't doing it like to tap me.
Yeah,
he was using it to create angles, so you'd like swing me from left to right and then get an underhook and then you'd come up on the half. So it was actually quite smart. Like I started using it when I get fucked up. Like if I'm like in half and I'm super flattened and I got nothing, I'll try to look for that.
I think that's when to use it, right?
Yeah.
Legit flying, like I gotta figure something out. That's when,
Yeah.
I fully forgot about lockdown. How about that?
But I use it because of him, because I'm like, fuck, he got me with it, so I try to use it now, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's some good guys in New Zealand, eh? I wonder, like,
I'm not trying to be, okay.
I wonder what would have happened.
Matt's the best in New Zealand, and you can't tell me
if you don't know who
otherwise.
that is, go and see Matt McMeeking. It's a podcast episode we did. Bunch of jiu-jitsu memes, bunch of talks, like philosophy of martial arts, all that kind of shit.
Nice.
Go watch it. really good. One of my favorite pods we made.
I've listened to that one too, and I'll vouch for it. And again, now he's a coach. Got his own gym.
If you're ever in Whanganui, go and check it out.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's not exactly what it is, but just search up.
I'm pretty sure it's Whanganui. I used to say Whangarei, but it's not Whangarei.
Nah, because that's up north.
Yeah.
He's okay. No, probably is. Yeah, and Matt is the best in New Zealand.
Bro,
Still is, and he just stopped competing.
I recently went back and watched his matches in the Mana. You remember that? The stealth?
No, it was Mana.
Yeah, Mana. Yeah, and he had like
how good would
open weight fucking bunch of subs.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, and he finished everyone.
And like he would like lose a position and just enter another one. Like it's just fucking insane.
Yeah, and honestly, I want those Mana comps back. I only did one. That's the best competition experience I've had. I loved it.
Yeah,
it was like felt like more of like the hardcore crew, and like not in like a bad way, and like a I just liked it. I liked it. That whole experience was good. A bit smaller of an environment and stuff and all that.
ADCC felt a little bit like that.
Because someone was telling me,
all the good guys.
What's the difference between ADCC and like the NZ Grappler? I was like, if you guys watch pro wrestling, I was like, ADCC is more like ECW. It's like the hardcore. It's a hardcore wrestling, a bit more ruthless of the rules.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's why I like the ADCC too. Yeah. It's good. It's good. I recommend people do the ADCC tournaments. Get those big. We need more of that.
All right. So let me bring you back on the ranting scene. All right. Let's get you back on a rant.
Let's get it.
What's your biggest pet peeves with new white belts today? Let's go. What grinds your goddamn gears with the modern white belt?
Just like off the top of my head. Yeah. When they just like when we started training, even Matt, someone that doesn't try to like say we should be old school, even he'd be like, "What?" They're just sitting out, like not rolling, and for no reason. Like you would get mocked if you didn't roll. If you didn't go back-to-back rolls, you would just get mocked. And then I guess another one is like they don't realize how big of a deal it is for a higher bout to ask to roll with you. I remember like being asked, like, "Are you sure?" Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Like, you want to...
Yeah.
I remember there was a guy, Alan. Shout out, Alan. He was a very helpful guy. And
he was the first contact I ever had with Jits.
Oh, really?
When I first came in, Paolo was like, go show him some shit.
You see? That's how good of a dude he was. And he was like, there wasn't many like that.
Yeah, and he showed me an Americana. I still remember.
That was the classic first. Even Coach Joe, when new guy would come in, he would show them like mount the person and get Americana.
Yeah. But let's stay on the rolls for a little bit, right? So we've gone into this age of like consent, like Me Too movement, consent, like 100%. Fuck yeah. Like
you see that the younger dudes.
No, 100%. Like you should like all parties should be in like agreed upon any activity, right?
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't force you to do something you don't want to do. That's fucked up, right?
Okay.
But if you're in an environment where you're trying to conquer your inner bitch,
if you're in a combat sport, if you're in a martial art
where you're trying to kill who you are today to be a monster tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. You got to do shit your today self doesn't want to do.
100%. Especially when you're new. You got to earn your spot.
Like, you got to fucking, like, 100%. If someone is genuinely an injury threat to you, you should be able to deny a roll. I shouldn't need to roll with someone that I think is, like, going to not keep me safe. 100%. Like, I agree with that, right? But if it's just because you're, like, tired or just because you, like, need a rest, like, you know what I mean? Like... And there's someone maybe even a higher belt that's like keen to roll, and you could be like getting good advice, and you're just like, nah, I need a rest.
But pisses me off.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Again, I remember the first time I got asked to roll with a purple belt, I was like, oh, this is what a purple belt is. And that was like months into training. Like they actually don't understand. I'll even see a blue belt refuse to roll from a brown or black. I'm like just shocked at that.
Yeah,
Like, that's not
upper
okay.
belts back in the day would not even fucking look you in the eye. Like you were.
If you got mocked by them, that was like an honor.
Oh yeah. Like yeah. Like if someone gave you a nickname you weren't happy with, that was like the best thing that could happen to you, because now at least they know you exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of nicknames back in the day. See, if I was good at giving nicknames, I would do that. But I unfortunately can't.
Bro,
I'm not good.
I don't think they were good at either, bro. I was called Andrew for about 6 months.
I was gonna say. I remember you were Andrew. Mine was Bruce, because they're like, oh, you're Armenian. Oh, the Kardashians are Armenian. Like, what's the dad's name? Bruce. That was before I became a tranny.
Oh, yeah.
And then so they were saying, oh, Bruce, and then I got other ones after that. But yeah, you know. And it was cool. It was all good. It was a different time. And
I tell you what, I hated the fucking nickname.
No.
Call me my fucking name.
Yeah, no. They just said Andrew. They just said Andrew just because.
Now, you know what happened? So Andrew was another guy he trained. And
Top Gun?
Yeah. And Paolo, said
You
Andrew.
see, that was another nickname, Top Gun.
Yeah,
that was a really good one. That was a really good. Sorry,
that
go
one
on.
stuck for years.
Yeah. That's how I remember him.
Yeah. He looked at me and said Andrew, and I was like, "Do you mean me? Like I'm not Andrew." And then Raf goes, "You are now," and that was it.
Andrew. Yeah, because I remember one time we're getting stripes.
Yeah.
And then go, and we're next to each other and go, Andrew. And you go, what?
Yeah.
Andrew. I go, gee, it's you. And he got all confused. He stood up. And that was funny.
Yeah. They're like, the ref's like, "You are now," like just because they didn't want to be wrong, you know.
Yeah.
But so I'll tell you what, the nicknames, like if there was a good one, fair enough. Like Igor, fucking genius.
Yeah. And you know what? Now, I'm saying this for my team listening. Other people won't understand. If you didn't know Igor before he got his black belt, I'm saying it right now. You're not allowed to call him Igor.
Yeah, it's Dane to you.
Yeah, it's Dane to you, 100%. If you didn't, and
so just for reference, right? Like Igor is this fucking soft-spoken, best dude ever. I love the guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, my favorite guy on earth.
Yeah.
Huge motherfucker, 110
Huge.
kg. So he just looks like a Russian guy for whatever.
I assumed he was Russian. I go, you must be from Russia, and he started laughing.
But his name is Dane.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
Kiwi
as fuck. Yeah.
Married to a Brazilian.
Yep.
Nice. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So like the coaches were like, "You're Igor. You look like a Russian. Igor is what we're calling you. You know."
Yeah. And that's a great nickname. I just want to say, quick shout out to Igor. My favorite takedown is a single leg takedown. And I remember there was a point where he was studying and I was studying. He was purple belt going to his brown, and I was still a white belt. And he was like, every time after our lunchtime class, he goes, "Eric, let's do some single leg takedowns." And because of him, I got mean I was terrible then, but he made me just get good at single leg. So shout out. See, that's another guy. See, you get a guy saying, "I'm going to show you a technique" back then. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That was unheard of. They had to like you a lot to do that.
Yeah, because what would happen, right? Like you would rock up, right? the classic like white belt experience. You do
Sitting on the couch.
You do the fucking crazy warm-ups, right? You'd be dead as fuck, and then like, "All right, guys, fucking roll," right? Like these are techniques, drill them, whatever. Then fucking roll, and then you'd get a guy that's like a 2-stripe white belt, and he's like, "You're fucking mincemeat, baby."
Yeah.
And he'll just fucking crush you.
Yeah,
Or fucking,
I'm tapping you out, and I'm not allowed to tap out to you.
Yeah. If I get seen getting tapped out by you, bro, like they might take my stripe away.
Yeah.
Like they no one's ever did that as far as I remember, but like it was that sort of feeling.
That's the mentality back then, and people are gonna hear this and laugh and stuff, but that's all good. I think that's
Yeah, like,
I get it.
Now, to be fair though, like not willing to tap because what people might think that just leads to injuries.
Oh no. Yeah, no. You would still tap out, but you just gotta.
There was a lot of higher belts, bro, letting shit break because they were like getting tapped by a lower belt. That happened.
Yeah,
that was dumb.
Yeah,
you know. So like, you know, there's a limit, but
for sure.
Anyway, so then like one day you'd be like fucking. Anyway, one day you'd be like a blue belt would be like. And you'd be like, "Oh shit," because I've been getting fucked by the 2-stripe white belt.
Yeah.
So how the fuck? And the blue belt would just like have a straight face. I don't even remember the guy's name, but I remember getting fucked by this blue belt. No emotion, and you're just like sweep, pass, tap, sweep, pass, tap, and I'll just be like, "Fuck," and I'd try to like dive back into his guard, and he'd like sweep, pass, tap, and I was just getting fucked. And then we'll go back to white belts for another 2 months. Yeah. And then the next time I like got to roll with a blue belt, it was like, 2 months later.
A huge deal.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, finally. Because, you weren't allowed to call someone up to roll that was higher belt than you. So obviously all the higher belts would train with themselves, and the lower belts would just be like scrambling to try to get a good roll.
Yeah, so like everyone's so lucky now. I remember if Paolo did roll, I guess because it was my white belt since, if Paolo did roll with me, I was like, oh, he's checking, like he's testing me.
Yeah.
I remember the one where I was like, oh, I feel like this is the test for the blue belt.
Oh,
and, yeah. So if
that was the thing.
Roll,
that was the thing. Like if he called you out to roll, you're like, oh shit. Yeah.
But one time I rolled with him and I was sick, like literally like bedridden sick, like it was all good. I didn't mind, but I remember like that's the type of rolls you would have back in the day where you're just bedridden after, like can't move.
You know what I think his test was for blue belt?
Can you take the side control pressure?
Yep. Yeah. If you tap the pressure.
Oh, see, that's another thing these guys don't get. Bro, imagine just getting pinned in side control and having to tap out because it's so heavy.
I'll tell you what, I've been doing that.
Good.
I've been like the guys that are close to blue, I've been just
they need
smashing into the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, now
and
you know what it
stupid
feels.
as it sounds, like you need that stuff, like
100%.
because I see the difference in the, you know, when I was a blue belt and someone's a blue belt now, like.
But I would never do that. Like I don't.
It's
I don't
not
like
a
to do
malicious
that.
thing.
No, but I don't like to do that to like a guy that's like, if you're being a white belt for like a year or two, then maybe, you know. But if you're still learning, like I'm
no way.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there's no need to do like, because back then you'd be like day one and like
if they're going hard and they're like you're being an idiot. Oh, I'm gonna tame you now, boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tame you now, boy.
That's that's different. Yeah. But like I'm talking about like, you know, like someone that's kind of maybe not athletic. You know what I mean? Like maybe a
and
smaller
for those
guy.
dudes, you're just happy that they get better.
Absolutely.
When you see them, you're like, oh crap, like like you stuck with and you're actually all good now. Like, well, huge improvement, you know.
Fuck, bro. Some guys improve so much, eh? Like from where they start, you're like, bro.
I watched a reel when Khabib goes though. You know what? Nah, like forget talent. Like talented guys, they all leave. It's all about the hard work.
And
we were terrible when we started.
He would say that and everything, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But also,
no, but you gotta be talented. Yeah, you gotta be. So and but a lot of guys, you're like, that guy could have been so good, and he just stopped.
Yeah,
and that's a shame,
bro. There was one guy that came in, and I say the story because it's like actually sad. It makes me sad, like legit. Used to fuck me up, like the same roles. Like he was a blue belt when I was white, and used to fuck me up bad. And I would always be like, bro, like if he gets the, you know, like I hope he gets like gives me a roll, and then I'd get fucked and like regret my decisions. And then like I was like kind of quite midway through my purple, but like I stayed at purple for 4 years, so that's like a decent chunk of time. And I see him come back, bro, after like a fucking 4-year layoff. And I'm like, oh shit, like
still blue.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I think I know who you might be talking about.
Yeah. And he comes in, bro, and I'm like, okay. Like I literally thought to myself, I was like, okay, I'll go 20%. Like it'll be chill. Like I actually want this guy to come back because like we need more higher belts. Like good training partners are hard to find. Like, you know,
bro, I'm sorry.
I went 20%.
Yeah. Okay.
Never came back. Like the guy got fucked. I barely did anything. Like I swear to God, like I barely put any pressure. I barely moved.
Was this a Saturday or was this a nighttime?
Nah, I think it was a nighttime.
Okay, the guy I'm thinking about is Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like so sad, like when I never saw him again, because I was like, bro, like I actually didn't go hard.
Because you know they went about it.
Yeah.
They went about it. They didn't love it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I always tell people the first reason why you keep training because you love it.
But also there's an element of it that's like, you know, you get these blue belts, even like kind of late white belts that are like, they make a jiu-jitsu Instagram. They're super into it. They get a tattoo. That wasn't a thing
when we started.
They get a tattoo. Like, you know what I mean?
There was a guy. Okay, wait, sorry, just a second. I really got to go bathroom.
Yeah, all good.
But jiu-jitsu tattoos, we got to bring this up.
That's a problem we got to discuss. Jiu-jitsu tattoos, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so there was a guy, and he was telling everyone, this is old school. He was saying, I'm going to get a jiu-jitsu tattoo, blah, 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 blah. Just got his blue belt. Like 2 months later, he stopped training.
Like, classic.
Yeah, like you're crazy.
So you know what my rule is for my tattoo?
Nice.
When I get a sleeve,
yeah,
not even jiu-jitsu related. Like it's not gonna fucking have any jits in it. Once I get my black belt,
yeah,
because like then I'm like, okay, I can stop training for like a couple weeks and get my fucking sleeve.
Tattoo is you gotta be ruthless to have tattoos.
Right.
But for me,
Yeah.
and yeah, so getting a black belt, like
yeah.
for the general public, that means you're a bit ruthless, right?
It's just one of those things that, like, you know how some people get it, like, they want to have a meaning to it.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. Like, for me, I
get
feel like good art is timeless.
Nah,
You're not going to look at the Mona Lisa and be like, oh yeah, that's just boring now. Like, it's the Mona Lisa, you know?
I feel
so
you.
like, if you get a fucking mean piece of art, as long as like it means something, like not mean something, but like
as long as you think it looks mean.
think it looks mean and like there's a milestone associated, that's all right.
But see, that's meaning as well, though.
Yeah, but like some people go, oh yeah, I got this one in Greece and I got this one, and this one means connection with the universe. And I'm like, bro, fuck, just get some cool shit. Like, who gives a shit, you know?
I feel you.
And like, if you got like a fucking tribal tattoo and that's different. I understand, you know what I mean? If you're like a Polynesian tattoo, whatever, that's different.
What if you got a tribal tattoo?
But you're not tribal.
What do you think about those ones?
That's an interesting one. I don't know. I feel like some people, like, it depends where you're coming from.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Some people can do it like in a respectful way, and some people can do it in a trashy way, and it just depends on where you're coming from. I feel like it's more intention than anything in that scenario, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
And also maybe like what other tattoos you got.
Yeah.
Because if you got like some fucking shitty ass shit, and then you got like
a guy at work's got a slice of pizza as a tattoo because he loves pizza. I'm like, nah, you're just a fat cunt, man. Nah, stop. Like what? That's
bro,
your tattoo.
It means something to me, bro.
Yeah, pizza, like, I don't know, man.
That's crack up.
Yeah, you stay away from me, you weirdo.
Yeah. So, all right, back to the jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah,
So these guys, they get like a Instagram or get a tattoo or whatever, and then they quit.
Bro,
they were
make,
writing
like, athlete pages and stuff.
That's what I mean, right? They were writing the love of jiu-jitsu. Do you see what I mean? Like, you got to love it, but it's not just that. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, like this is like my favorite thing, because that's not always going to be there. Like, over the course of 10 years, your taste will change.
For sure.
The things that you want to do are going to change. Like, you're not always going to feel like going to training.
Yeah.
So like, there's a certain level of commitment no matter what you feel like.
Oh, and you're like, you're bringing
know?
this up, just trigger those memories. Bro, there was a period where I was just like, I just got to, training wasn't as fun. And you just go. You just got to go.
And sometimes like you just gotta you're not in it, so you don't even make progress because you're not like thinking about the game. You're not trying to develop new shit. You're just there to show up. And that's okay. Like unless you're trying to be like a world champ, that's okay. Like,
but to be honest, the last few training sessions we had together changed me, I think, because I was like, this guy's changed a lot. Yeah, I saw what you were doing. I was like, mean. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. It helped.
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm telling you, it was the brown belt scared me.
Yeah.
Like, it legitimately scared me because I'm like, there's nothing worse than a shitty black belt. There's nothing
more embarrassing.
Bro, like, I'd rather be a blue belt that quits than be a shitty black belt.
Bro.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like, that's bad, bro. Because then, like, it's not just like...
You're embarrassing the sport. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm saying it right now. These guys out there training maybe, like, I'd say... Not just the half time, quarter of the mat time we probably have.
Right.
And they've got the same bouts as us.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm the man.
Yeah.
But like...
But you got to put in the work.
Yeah,
but
don't disrespect the sport like that.
At the same time, bro, like fair enough, you get a black belt and then maybe you stop training, maybe you chill out, like you degrade, like your skills are going to be worse.
And you know what? That guy sometimes there's guys that got their black belt, but they were animals in their like purple belt era.
Fair enough.
And like, and they just got injured and they got older and
Fair enough, right? Like, that's what I mean. Like, so I'm not saying you, like, once you get your black belt, you got to be like at a certain, but I'm saying like, you got to at least earn that shit. You got to at least earn that shit. You can't just like...
So
you know?
You said earn it. I like to say, there's a quote our team has, and you got to earn it.
Yeah.
And that's like anything.
Yeah.
Anything to do with jiu-jitsu, you got to earn it.
Yeah.
You want help, you got to earn it. You want to be the man, you got to earn it. You want to win a tournament, you got to earn it. You want to be a good coach, you got to earn it. Like everything. I think you got to earn it, so you put in the work and something will come out of it.
Yeah.
For me, what scared the shit out of me was the coaching. I was like, fuck, I actually I'm a dumb cunt. Like I don't know anything.
Right.
And I've been training for years.
But then you realize like no one knows anything.
Yeah. No. But it's changed the way I've been training, and just like more recently too, like try to understand stuff in a different way.
That's a good point.
Maybe
too.
try memorize more. You know, because it's like lately I've just been like, oh yeah, this was this. I want to teach this. So I remember this. Okay, sweet. It's in helping. You know.
Yeah, there's an element of like when you teach, you have to know it. Like it's not just like knowing it like physically. It's like having like understanding it like from like multiple dimensions, right? Like understanding it when someone else is doing it. Like what are the cues for me to tell if a technique is done right when I see athlete A doing it, as opposed to when I feel it? You know what I mean? Sometimes like an arm triangle, it's hard to see if it's done well because like
a feel nice.
I feel it, right? But now it's like, okay, well, if it goes down the lat, I know that it's cutting like in the right, you know, like more of an angle as opposed to like high up the shoulder where there's probably space. So if I see the diagonal, I'm like, okay, it's probably like tight, you know? So there's like cues that you can pick up that you don't learn unless you're coaching.
Yes.
You know? But then there's also the other flip side of like, actually, bro, like you realize like your coaches didn't know as much as you think you did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause when we started, Joe was brown.
Yeah.
And we're like, we were like, fuck, like he knows like A, B, C, D. It's like, oh, actually, it's a bit more like nuanced.
And Joe was one of the better coaches. How about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like,
how about the other one? You know,
but like it's all nuanced, you know, like sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. Like it's not so black and white.
Or it's not right or wrong. It's different.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
different.
There's
one's
like
more correct, one's less correct even.
Yeah. Like it's like, does it solve the problem that you're facing in this moment? Then it's correct. But sometimes that moment changes. Like you have a slightly different problem, but the question looks the same. So it's like you got to approach it still differently. You know, like there's like all sorts of like little like variables, and you realize like that's the case, and you're like, oh shit, like fuck, yeah. But so to back to the scary part is like I've been like, because I was thinking like, oh, I'll just grind hard, get my brown. Because towards the end of my purple, I was like, bro, I've been purple longer than every other belt.
Sick of it?
Nice. I was like, bro, fuck this shit. Like, let me actually, like, you know, prove, like, you know. So I was like every time me and Joe would roll, I would like body lock, fucking try to go my A game, like smash.
It worked.
And nah. He didn't want to see that though. He wanted to see my other game, you know?
Okay.
But I was still like, nah, I'm going to try to fucking tap
the
him.
blue to purple's the A game.
Yeah.
That's what see, now it's different, but when we started, I knew blue belt, I was always told blue belts when you get your A game.
Yeah.
Blue belts when you get your A game. So you blue belts out there, get an A game.
Yeah, that's true. But like, so he didn't want to see that. I realized that quite late, but it doesn't matter. Like I was still like, I need to prove it, you know? But I got my brown. I was like, oh, once I get my brown, I'll just chill up. I'll train some MMA. I'll do some boxing, like, and then I got my brown. I'm like, fuck, nah, bro. I got so much to learn. Like, I got so much to learn, and it's like no time.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like even the longer end of a brown belt, like what? Like, give me what, 3-4 years? Like longer, like towards the longer end. That's not enough time, bro. Like, it's not enough time, you know. So I was like, fuck, I need to like get good. So that's what scared me. But you've been training a bit of MMA. How's that?
So good.
Yeah.
Remember how you were saying like when you just started training, you'll be in that flow state. That's why I like the MMA, bro. It's like reminds me. I like being the white belt again. As cliche as it sounds, I get it. I get in a nice flow state. It's a pretty good feeling when you know you can ragdoll some of your takedown and stuff. The kickboxing's hard. The kickboxing's scary. To be honest, when I get in, when I would spar, I'd actually be like far. Like I get what they mean by the damage. I always knew like, oh, damage wins, but far, like when you get hurt, you're like, oh, you shut up. But I love it. Okay. The reason why I started training jiu-jitsu is because of MMA, 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? How? So you were watching MMA?
Yeah. First, I watched the Ultimate Fighter Season 1 when I was like 9. And I remember seeing, even longer. I told Coach Cam this whole story. They used to do K1 tournaments in New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Well, Adesanya was like K1 first,
No. He did not K1. He did like K1 rules, but he did like in New Zealand. He did the what's it called, King of the Ring. In China, he did K1 like rule kickboxing, I believe. But no, like actual old school Japanese K1 was held in New Zealand. When we had a family friend that was the promoter for the K1, so we would get tickets, and I remember me and my brother were lucky as me, my brother, and like the promoter's son would have like pretty much there was one show we were at the real front in the corner.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
My favorite guy, he was an Aussie, was Sam Graham. He did the rolling thunder kick. Everyone knew. He was
the front flip to head kick.
It was like a boom.
Yeah.
He would just land on the ground. It was a real cool kick. And I just remember him vividly. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing the promoter of K1, what's his name? Oh, not K1, King in the Ring. Whatever his name is. I think I remember seeing him fight too. Yeah, so I always like combat sport. We went to kickboxing. And then I watched the season 1 of Ultimate Fighter. And I was like looking at the ground and I was like, oh, it's like so brutal. But like, it was I wanted to watch it too.
Yeah.
And I remember that was really cool. So then, it was real hard to I didn't know about streaming. So it was so hard to find MMA fights for me. But I just always wanted to watch it. And as a youngster, I always wanted to do some kind of training. Late in high school, got into the UFC pretty hard. And then I'd broken my wrist. I'd gotten out of the cast a few months before I started training. But I remember I was talking to my brother because the uni holiday was coming. I was like, fuck, I don't really want to work. I want to do training. And then I got MMA and he goes, and then I'm like, but mum won't want me to do MMA, blah, blah, blah. And then didn't have much money, so I knew I'd have to buy gear, and then she would know.
Yeah.
Because when I started the training, I'd keep my gloves and stuff in my car.
Oh, the classic, bro.
Yeah.
I had to. So mom didn't let me either until I finally convinced her, and then she's like, "All right, you got to pay for it." So I had to get a job. I got like a gardening job for an old lady.
Oh, because you were still in high school. See, I was first year uni. You were last year high school when you started.
Yeah. So I literally was working Saturday for I don't know, 3-4 hours to make enough money to pay for jits that week.
Nice.
And that's all I had. That was like,
back then $10 an hour would have been all good.
Yeah. So I'd do I don't know, I think 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then I'd go Paulo, pay him cash.
Good cunt.
And then fucking train that
Paulo
week.
looked after me hard when I just started too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And then he goes, well, you can do the jiu-jitsu at Shuriken because Shuriken's the local gym.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, oh. And then in high school in my last year, fuck, I wish I did it earlier, but I did wrestling in my last year.
Oh, really?
We had a wrestling team.
What's high school?
Westlake.
Oh, Westlake. Oh,
But the year when I left, the teacher that ran the wrestling school left, and they just haven't. Because I asked Westlake boys, do you guys got wrestling? And they go, nah.
Bro, you know what's, I think, an untapped market in the high school scene?
What?
Jiu-jitsu, bro.
No, it's non-existent.
That's what I'm saying. It's untapped. If a coach, a legit coach, wanted to go to all these private schools, like Kristen, and these fucking be like, yo, I'll make you a mean jiu-jitsu program, and you guys are gonna win medals and look fucking sick as fuck at all the tournaments because you got these fucking juvenile. You know what I mean? Bro, that's the thing. I thought about it, but I'm like, nah, it's too much work. But it's a thing.
Well, we got to figure something out then.
Yeah.
No one else checked this idea too. All right. Yeah. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Well, the high school wrestling scene. That's how I met Matt. Shout out Matt McMeeking. So
he was wrestling at Westlake.
No. So there was a tournament. I did 2 training sessions. It was the week before and the day before the tournament, and they had a novice tournament, which is your first ever tournament. You go do it at
and you did it with 2 weeks, 2 days training. What a wild cunt.
I just wanted since I was a kid, I wanted to do some kind of combat sport. You know.
Yeah.
I did tennis for ages. I think they helped me with competition because tennis is a 1-on-1 sport, right? So I was used to.
You can't rely on the team.
Nah, and every single week you have a match.
It's
for half a year, so I got used to But anyway, and then I had a mate named Jared, and he was coaching us. The teacher would just look after us, but Jared would coach us. He was at Shuriken, and then we're in the van going to the tournament, and he told me to do a weight cut before, and I was dehydrated going in. I probably didn't need to do it, but hey, it's all an experience, right? Did the weight cut. I'm dehydrated, and we're in the van, and he tells one of the other guys, oh, you got Matt McMeeking in your division. And he just keeps saying the name. I was like, who is this dude? He sounded like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And then I saw him, and then Jared introduced me because him and Jared would train at Shuriken. And
to be fair, it probably sucked back then. I mean, he would have been way better than whoever he was versing, but he probably sucked back then.
Yeah, but he looked he looked different when I saw him compete. And I had my first match and I lost it, and then this is still a problem I even have now. When I go up, he goes, Eric, because we were talking, he goes, you got to be more aggressive your next match. You got to be more aggressive your next. I was like, oh, shut, man. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so that's how I met Matt, like, through that wrestling tournament. And then when I went, I remembered him. And then,
fucking hell.
yeah. And then so again, I was talking to my brother. I was like, yeah, I want to start training. But he's like, you should do jiu-jitsu then. And then he told me, the jiu-jitsu coach is Paolo. And then I added on Paolo on Facebook. And I remember the day I started. It was the day after Robbie Lawler won the welterweight bout against Johnny Hendrick. Because I remember
that's fucking ages.
Yeah, 24. And I was like, all my friends were so happy because Robbie Lawler had a mean year fighting that year, won the bout. And I remember at the fights,
what a fucking G that motherfucker was, bro. That guy's in his prime. That guy was a fucking scary.
Rory McDonald versus Robbie Lawler. If you're a new fan and you haven't watched that fight, you have to watch it. It is the. I can't believe that.
Chuck it up on the screen, even if
there's a quick highlight video.
Even if we don't like fully watch it.
For ages, my phone screensaver was when he's like you know how at the end he goes, I finished fights, I'm here to win, and his lips all cut up, and that was our inspiration.
Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, Robbie Lawler. And Rory McDonald, again, new fans won't know. The one that my favorite fighter. He was an inspiration.
He took too much damage though.
That fight ruined him, bro.
Too much damage, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I remember watching a thing of him, and he had like a plate in his face or some shit, and he constantly had to look like sideways.
Because ifs of your eye or something.
Yeah,
eh?
bro. Fuck.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And hey, Rory McDonald, like 16 years old, fighting as a pro fighter. For me, because
skip like halfway through.
He's probably like a couple years older than us. He was an inspiration for me, man.
This is the second fighter, right? Like that was the big one.
Nice. Yeah, they had the first one. I remember that because that was the big GSP.
Just chuck it in there. Yeah, right there.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just
it's a whole.
This is when it gets
war.
ruthless. Yeah, and then look at him. He had the mohawk. He looked good to go.
Rory looked fucked though. When he was spitting out blood,
it was the finish is actually so sad.
He actually looks like a zombie. Like, look how fucking wrecked his face is.
And he was winning the fight, but see, damage wins fights.
Yeah, dude.
Damage wins fights.
And that's fucking damage to the face too. What's interesting about striking is like you don't see the body damage.
Yeah.
Like that's not visible, but you feel it when you're training, bro.
Yeah.
Like, especially those boxes. Like,
I don't know about the boxing. I don't know about the boxing.
Bro, fucking Coach Cam, right? Yeah. I'm sparring against, I can't even remember who, but one of his boxers, right? And he's coaching fucking the other guy, goes, hit him to the body, bro. Hit him to the, and I'm like, ooh. I just feel my whole intestines collapsing, and I'm like just trying to shell up and like throw just enough to stop him from throwing. And I'm like, Coach, fucking Cam, why are you like? I'm dying.
That's when you go, no, I'm going beast mode now. That guy's act up. So I tell him, I can't really handle getting punched, and he just laughed at me.
Yeah.
He didn't even say, this or that. He just laughed. He goes, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
I was like, sweet. That's like that getting that wipe out shit out of you, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
You got to take damage. 100%. You got to learn. Yeah, that's like that stuff that doesn't get taught. That's just like, you just keep.
There's a lot of guys in the boxing, like they'll take it easy on you, and then like Cam will be there, and they'll be like, nah, bro, turn it up. Hit him in the body. I'm like, fuck, shut the fuck up, Cam.
Yeah, stay away from me. Stay away.
Yeah.
Nah, not a big fan of boxing.
Nah, it's pretty mean, bro. It's actually pretty fun.
No, I can see that. But like, my combat sport ranking is like, I like MMA than kickbox, you know? Like, and then I'd rather wrestling and jiu-jitsu than, I don't watch boxing. I like Triple G. He's a good boxer.
I don't watch it necessarily, but doing it is really fun. Because like if there's like legs being thrown, I feel like I can chain a takedown. Like even if I'm getting hit, I can probably catch a leg, you know? But if they're throwing hands, there's nothing I can do with that. Yeah. I just fucking get hit.
You're too stuck. Yeah.
So I feel like that's like the one area that like I was worse at, you know?
Yeah. I just watch. This is the stare down.
Is this the stare down? I think it's the end, right?
So what round is it when they have the stare down? Maybe it's going into the third.
No, I think it's the fifth round, isn't it?
Okay. I was going to say
right at the end.
Yeah. Okay. I thought the finish happened in this one.
Is it? Does it not go to? Does it go to a decision?
Nah, maybe no. There's a finish though.
There is. Okay,
remember,
my bad.
It's sad. It's ruined this young man's career. Look at him.
He looks so good as well.
Yeah. I remember everyone wanted him to get the title shot too. And the UFC wasn't giving it to him, And I think something happened. Someone got injured. Like, sweet, Rory McDonald's got the title shot. And this was the first UFC card This was the first kind of downfall for me for the UFC when they introduced the Reebok shorts.
yeah.
Before that, they would wear their own gear.
Did you see Nate be like, these shoes fucking suck?
Yeah. No, those are the Rock shoes.
Oh, is it?
I wouldn't wear. Just because they're effing the fighters over, I'm never buying those shoes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I never liked Reebok, honestly. I mean, like
look how flimsy his shorts look. Sorry, a tangent, but this really ruined. Still ruined the UFC for me now. I used to love when they'd get the posters up on the fence. I got these red Venom shorts. I still have them now. Carlos Condit, what am I like? I want those shorts.
Oh yeah.
And then that website BJJ HQ had them one day. I was like, I gotta buy it. That was my first pair of MMA shorts. Still got them. The Velcro's a bit off, but I don't want to throw those away. Those are too valuable. So yeah, bring back no uniforms. Bring back sponsored fucking gear.
Now you know what I want to see. I want to see gi MMA.
Well,
I know combat sambo is a thing.
No. There's an old Pride fight, Sakuraba versus Hoist Gracie, and Hoist Gracie wears it's pretty much a Vale Tudo match.
Yeah.
Hoist Gracie wears the gi, and Sakuraba just uses it on him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I want both fighters to use it, and I want to see how the meta changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you probably get if you got fucking groin stomps, you're probably not going to see Spider Guard, but you might see like Lasso.
Nah, you would.
You know?
Oh no, I think you do. I think you can see Spider.
If there's groin strikes, you won't, because the guys will just get. Fucking
so you're talking like a Vale Tudo rule.
I'm saying depends on the rules, right? But
nice, I get you.
If there's no groin strikes, then yeah, Spider Guy would be pretty sick.
Yeah, no, I feel like Sakuraba did something like that in the fight, but that's like an hour-long fight, something crazy.
Yeah, but have UFC 5 rounds, stand him up, all that shit, but just in a gi. I reckon that'll be sick. And you can you know how in hockey they grab and they fucking
nice.
You'll see a lot of that.
Oh my gosh,
you'll see a lot of that.
Yeah, that actually would be all good.
Yeah. Or even just hoodies, you know.
When Joe Rogan says, you couldn't train, I think it'd be too hot. Having a fight with fully clothed.
Yeah, true.
But you know, Joe Rogan says, I want to see MMA on an open field. Nah, I like the fence work, okay? That's my favorite.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, the fence is pretty cool. I remember back in the day when you'd hear about MMA.
Yeah.
I remember Dad, we were in Romania, and Mum would be like, don't bother Dad, he's watching cage fights.
Yeah, cage fights.
And he'd be in it because we would warm up the house, you know.
Yeah.
And the TV was in the cold room, it wasn't in the warm, and he would be by himself in the freezing ass room
watching UFC or something else.
Something I don't know because I was too young. But I wasn't allowed to go and watch it with him because it was cage fights, and I was like, "Oh shit! That must be ruthless."
Yeah,
you know, because it sounds crazy.
That's the other appeal for MMA for me. Actually, was the cage. I was like, "Oh, like the guys on the fence getting grounded." I was like, "Oh, that's so ruthless."
Yeah.
But it's mean.
Yeah, no, the cage definitely makes it different. I want to see. You know what what it is that I want to see is I want to see the current matchups in different areas, in the open field, in the cage, because I feel
I don't mind a ring then, if that's the case.
Right. Because I feel guys for example, Khabib, you know, not all, but a lot of the takedowns come off the cage.
Yeah.
So I feel in an open field, he'd actually kind of struggle.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the AKA style Kane and DC as well. Not so much
but
with
like GSP, for example, his takedowns come in the open.
Yeah, he's open.
You know what I mean? So it's that's kind of a cool. I want to see two fucking fights. I want to see Khabib and GSP in the cage, and then Khabib and GSP in an open field. Nice. And see how that changes. All that kind of meta changes. I think are fucking really cool.
Because of stuff like that, though, GSP is my goat. GSP is my goat. I think John Jones, he's that athlete. You can say that, but for me, it's GSP. Yeah.
Pure performance. John Jones is the GOAT.
Yeah.
But he's too tarnished.
Yeah.
All the shit that's been going on, running over pregnant women, fucking.
And he tested positive. And I'm going to say, no, I don't think GSP did roids.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, even if he did and he never got caught, he never got caught.
Yeah.
So, fuck you.
But when he was fighting Hendricks, who I know that guy was on steroids because you saw such a difference, GSP was saying, I'll pay for the testing. Let's do water. I think it was water testing. They were adamant they want to do it.
Now, here's the thing with doping, though, right? It's possible that an athlete has some inside knowledge of some new shit they're not testing for.
Nice.
So you don't that's the thing is you know how you said they're all on steroids, this whole BPC 155 7 or whatever the fuck, like the new peptides and shit.
Yeah.
Like they don't like how when do they start testing for those? Because like
No, peptides that you can't in the UFC.
now you can't, but like at what point was it?
Nice.
Because until then, everyone was using it or whatever, So I feel like there's a level of gaming the system.
Oh no, for sure.
So like when you say he was clean, like what does that mean? Mm-hmm. Like was he just taking fucking protein powder, or was it like did he have some fucking connects to some high level shit?
Yeah, it's possible.
Or I think maybe was it you said like if you like know people in fucking USADA and you know what they're going to be testing you for, you can avoid all the shit.
Yeah.
If you just got an inside man,
Yeah.
So
or they get out the pool and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Or I don't know, like I feel like they're all trying to get an advantage somehow, and it's just a question of how far do you want to go,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But to be fair, I think GSP like is the most credible out of the goats,
He's the martial artist.
Or fucking Mighty Mouse, bro. That guy was sick.
No. I like Mighty Mouse. I
Bro,
do. I do like
so
Mighty
good.
Mouse. His only like it's not, like I guess you can say my criticism from him was his division wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
for
but
him.
how is that like
No, that's not his fault at
That's
all.
what I'm saying. Like he did everything he could have done,
When he did the suplex and he went to the armbar, yeah.
Look up this Mighty Mouse suplex armbar.
The mighty whiz spin or something.
Mighty Mouse suplex armbar.
Yeah, that was actually
greatest
like,
submission of all. Yeah,
what the hell just happened?
Goated submission, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and forgotten how good that is.
You started seeing that in jiu-jitsu after.
Crap.
Jiu-jitsu guys started doing suplex to armbar. I've seen that a couple times now.
Of course they did.
Yeah, look that in slow motion. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, look at this shit. Even in slow motion, like normally like grappling in slow motion looks like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice suplex.
And then switches it halfway through. Boom. And he says he drills it all the time.
Yeah. In the interview after, like, he was on MMA after. I remember him saying that.
Oh my god, dude, he was so good.
Just I randomly remembered this. Frankie Edgar, another one of my favorite fighters, and he's like an underrated dude. He was a lightweight champion, and he fought as a bantamweight after. He went down. He definitely. Oh no, I don't think he went bantam, but he definitely was in featherweight after, and it was still a small featherweight.
That was hyperextended for sure. You can see his face.
Yeah.
Especially in MMA, bro. Those things go hard. So, sorry, you were saying.
Just Frankie Edgar, like another small guy that was a freaking animal fighter. I loved Frankie Edgar. Another guy I used to, when you're younger, look up to, like, he's the man.
I'll be honest, like, I never watched, like, every card sort of thing. So, there's a lot of guys that, like, are in the conversation that I'm not, like, I don't know all their fights.
No one really calls Frankie Edgar the GOAT, but I guess for me, my personal
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the Gray Maynard fights were amazing. Ruthless. And then he went down for Jose. Yeah. Like, just a ruthless fighter. Just a ruthless fighter.
There's a lot of those guys.
And he like shoot boxed, and that's what I'm like, I like it, Take the leg kick, go for a takedown and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I reckon I used to think for a while that the best base for chaining MMA, like chaining striking to grappling, was Sambo. Because you'd see Fedor do it.
Nice.
No.
Throw the overhand I think that's why he was so good at his time, right? Because he had that sambo. Because he was like winning a lot of sambo tournaments and whatnot.
Nah, I think he must have been a world champ. Surely.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to overthink, but
if
I
he
feel
was
like
the greatest MMA guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fedor was a fucking beast, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going down the path.
Oh, bro, I love those old Pride fights. I would suggest watch WEC fights, which is like the lightweight below UFC, and watch those Pride fights.
My favorite fucking fight. Put in Fedor versus tall Japanese.
I know who you're talking about.
I don't know the names, but that will come up for sure.
Yeah.
Fedor. Yeah, versus
Emelianenko.
Yeah. Versus surely that's like one of the like the fourth video down. That the tall Japanese guy, the blonde guy, down one. Yep, that one.
Don Fry Takayama.
Holy
that's a good one too.
shit! This armbar was one of my favorite things of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Look at the size difference, and this is in like open weight, right?
This guy was probably like a Japanese wrestler or something. I don't know. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
because that was actually
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at him. Yeah. Nah. Oh, honestly, I feel like I don't mind wrestling with someone a little heavier, a little tall, especially taller, if they're heavier, because the takedown's easier, right?
Kind of, bro.
I feel like the shot is like I
Yeah,
can get in under
yeah.
better, you know?
I hear what you're saying, but the length often means that they have so much more leverage.
Yeah, I guess because I guess I'm thinking of average dudes.
Yeah. But like a athletic, longer guy is
Yeah.
has so much more leverage.
Oh, just being taller is so much better. Eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like just takes down Fedor by like falling onto him. Like, what is that?
Yeah. Oh,
Armbar. And look at this armbar. He starts swinging off him. Like, it's my favorite.
That's that desperation.
Absolutely.
Armbar.
And he doesn't even get it even.
He actually is a giant.
I think he goes for it again.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
Uh-oh.
Bro, that's happened to me. Like, big fucking rugby player, and I try to armbar him, and he just like fucking swings me off him.
That's the worst. That's why I like chokes. That's why I like chokes.
That's the classic, what's his name? Fucking the GOAT jiu-jitsu guy.
Gordon Ryan?
No, Garcia.
Marcelo Garcia.
Marcelo
and again,
Garcia. He only does chokes.
Pure
Here we go.
coincidence.
Ends up in the same spot again, bro. Bro, that was he could have lost that easily. That was not like you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a surefire win.
Oh no, that was Bob Sapp versus Nogueira. That was another like gimmick matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And Nogueira got effed up in that fight.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's like playing jiu-jitsu here. Fucking close guard, Sam. If Samba was easy, you know what I'm saying? We call jiu-jitsu. Other way around. If jiu-jitsu was easy, we call Samba. Here we go. Armbar again. And swings off it again, and now he gets it.
See, that was that quote. That was like Khabib's second or third fight in UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he had the show. And to be honest, he was one of the guys I remember watching. Like, oh, this guy's probably gonna be a champ. He's probably gonna be a champ. Like, he was good from that early on.
Bro, he'd be in the conversation for GOAT if he didn't retire.
It's between him and GSP.
If he didn't retire, I feel like if he had a couple more fights,
yeah, I think
he
so
would have
too.
been the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like 100, like no doubt. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I do think a big reason why he got off is because he just wanted to push Makhachev.
Bro, I feel like I would have done the same shit because it's like you've achieved everything.
Yeah.
Like the guy who we were trying to impress, his dad, like is no longer around.
Yeah.
So what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you're just stressing out your mum for no reason. You got all the millions you want. Like in Russia, like that shit run, you know, like you can do anything you want.
Oh, bro, like I know he's got like a farm and stuff. Like,
Bro,
he
doesn't need any more.
Nah.
Like, you know, he's got enough.
And you know he's got like contacts, like oligarch contacts and stuff too, and all that. So
Meetings with Putin whenever he wants,
he's
whatever.
safe,
You know what I mean?
safe, like,
yeah. So the point is like, what's the point of it? Like, you know, like how is
Islam
the risk
Makhachev's
reward?
his dad's favorite student. So he's like, nah, this guy needs.
Yeah.
Because Islam, people are forgetting before Khabib retired, Islam was just taking random fights. He was just fighting random dudes, not ranked and stuff. And as soon as he retires, yeah, okay, I'm on the come up now.
I'll be honest
rank guy, Dan Hooker, everyone else.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be honest though, that fight with Volkanovski surprised me. The first fight, I thought Volkanovski was getting fucked.
No,
afterwards, I was like, oh shit.
For me, I thought no. Like, surprised but not. Like, I knew Volk was that good.
Like,
but
I
it was
thought,
still like, you're like, oh, he's.
I thought
like,
there was no way, like, moving up a weight class, like, you know, like, with the wrestling, like, I thought Volk was going to get put on his back and just get fucked up.
Yeah.
And he didn't. Like,
no, Volk's too good.
Wow.
Volk, again, another guy. I watched him early on. I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. Like, this guy's. I remember when he had that Chad Mendes fight, and a lot of people were saying, oh, Mendes will do good. Like, nah, I think Volk
he's on the path as well. You could potentially be like a GOAT if he keeps, you know, like if he keeps.
Oh,
just
and that
smashing people.
second fight, I like Volk is the guy that needs to be in shape to like fight well. So
he's a volume fighter, right? So
I like that style.
Well, pressure, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Like just go forward, good
he's
cardio.
He's not a Nate Diaz where he's just like throwing like 20% shots like all the time, but he's like always pressuring.
My favorite Nate Diaz moment is when he fought Michael Johnson and then he called out Conor McGregor after. Yeah. I remember watching that because that was like the day after my birthday. I remember watching. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like the best thing ever. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about Conor, bro. I don't know about Conor. He's not fighting again.
He was the man on his come up, and then like people didn't watch him on his come up, or you know, most of the current guys now.
Bro,
And
Aldo,
so now he's different.
Aldo might have been the best MMA moment of all time. Like the lead up.
Yeah.
The lead up to the knockout.
No. Well, what you mean, like all those press conferences
Bro,
and stuff?
they did the
How good.
craziest press
Bro,
run.
they did-
That
see-
was WWE style shit.
That's the thing. That's my grab of MMA and UFC nowadays. They don't do stuff like that anymore, man. It used to be so cool of that.
But
like,
you also need a guy that can back it. Like,
yeah,
you need a guy that can talk like that.
yeah.
Like, Chael
No, no.
Sonnen was like the last
Colby
guy
Covington does talk like that. They're just not giving the.
bro.
Nah,
like,
Colby's good.
Nah,
Colby's
Colby's like
good.
Colby's like he has to play a heel because he's so not cringe, but bro, Connor has like
No, you're right.
Could
Conor
be a-
McGregor isn't a heel.
Connor could be a roast comedian.
Yeah.
Like he's that good.
Oh, just today I saw an old clip of his, and it's like the Ultimate Fighter when he did
Yeah.
it with Uriah Faber, and then Uriah,
the
it's-
chin.
Yeah. It's Uriah Faber, Dana White, and Connor, and then Uriah Faber goes, "Oh no, ring card deals," and Dana White goes, "Nah, we should get some maybe," and then Conor McGregor goes, "See, you should walk around the cage of that chin." Like wagging that chin around, and even Uriah Faber just cracked up.
Yeah. I recently saw a good one. Fucking hell. Conor McGregor, senator, like something to do with a senator.
That reminds me of Chael Sonnen when like he was doing some like illegal trading thing, and he goes, "I got kicked
Yeah,
out of
it's
it."
the top one. It's the top one.
Oh, okay, this is new to me.
Yeah,
I
listen
don't know
to
this
this
one.
one.
Connor's thought, everyone, what's up? So just reading an article.
Is it?
Just reading the latest hit piece from the rag that is the fucking rag of all rags, Sun. The Sun. The sun where the sun doesn't shine. Senator Eileen Flynn has said she wouldn't nominate me to wash the dishes. How disrespectful. Senator, I nominate you to brush your teeth and see the dentist. Because if ever there was a cause to bring back masks, I would call for it. You weren't even voted in. You were nominated as a token. So I'd appreciate less of the disrespect. And, you know, mask up,
Even he
please.
can't
God
hold
bless
it,
you.
though.
We've got
That's it.
gingivitis inside on our...
So like he's roasting senators, he's
Yeah,
fucking
too
going
good.
on it, bro.
No,
but
he
like,
was too good.
But like even just that, bro. I saw it on a reel and I just started like laughing by myself in the room, bro. He's so funny.
No. And Chael Sonnen was really funny too. But Colby's had funny ones. Colby's had really funny ones.
Colby's just like he just says accurate shit, you know? Like these are like
No, but I remember one time he says about
Oh, no,
Kamaru
I
Usman.
shouldn't say
Oh, no,
accurate shit,
No,
but-
what about the nicknames he gives everyone? Marty Fake Newsman.
True.
Come Shot Chimaev is pretty good.
Yeah, all right.
Come
fair.
Shot.
Fair enough.
That's pretty funny. Like,
okay.
there's one where he says, I don't know. I found it funny when he goes, Kamaru Usman couldn't draw money if he was given a piece of paper and a green crayon.
Right,
Like, same way I heard, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Nice.
Yeah, I feel like his style is like saying shit that riles them up.
Yeah.
Whereas Connor's stuff is like just genuinely funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't even have to be insulting. He's just fucking funny.
Yeah, like the
You know,
chin.
like the
go,
chin.
Go, walk
Yeah.
around with the chin in there. Like, that's pretty good.
Like even Faber couldn't hate him for that.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, it's
Yeah.
actually too good.
Yeah.
Nah, but he had ruthless ones too. I remember when he goes, back in my day, if this was a different time, I would have rode to Jose Aldo's favela on horseback and taken with a woman for slaves. Like, oh, that's ruthless.
Yeah, there's
like,
some ruthless shit. Yeah.
Yeah, now he was different.
Yeah,
There's
no, I
something
mean, there's
about
some
that
of them.
when you're in your, like your young 20s and you just got that ruthlessness in you.
I mean, it's also a bit of whiskey and shit like that. But yeah,
Nah, I think back then he was just hungry.
Oh, I don't know. I
Then
reckon
this
some
is
of those
like
press
before-
conferences he was on the piss.
Oh, I know. I remember in the post fights he was.
Yeah.
In the post fights
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a different
Maybe I'm
kinda-
thinking. Maybe I'm thinking of the Khabib one. The Khabib one is clearly sloshed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
that wasn't his best work.
Nah.
Yeah.
How about at the end of that fight, would they have the rumble afterwards and Khabib jumps
Oh,
the fence? I was like, I've been watching UFC for like how many years? I've never seen something like this.
That was pretty cool
That's
of
some,
Khabib,
that's
though.
some Dagestani shit,
That
bro.
was some pretty cool
yeah,
shit.
I liked it. I liked
Yeah,
it.
I
I
tell
actually
you what.
liked that. Yeah. I was shocked.
Because it was like, in a sense, in a retaliation for Connor's fucking dolly throw.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which was
It's like,
just
fuck you, bro. That's,
see, he went from like you
Good
eat
shit.
up all his words and into just like, oh, you're just
bro, hurting innocent people, like
Yeah.
bystanders, like fuck other
Yeah,
fighters got
unnecessary.
cut.
Yeah, one I can't remember. Maybe it was Kiesa or someone like got the glass in his eye, couldn't fight. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was not his best work.
Nah. It's something about, again,
And then
when you're
Khabib's
at
like-
that hungry stage.
Dylan Dennis, everyone hates him. Fucking jump and like punch him.
I just found out recently Dylan Dennis is Armenian too.
Oh, really?
Sheesh.
Oh,
That's all right.
no.
That's all right. Yeah, crack up though. All good. Never Armenian jiu-jitsu. No.
Yeah, I mean, his jiu-jitsu is pretty sick.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
Marcelo Garcia kicked him out of his gym though. That's a
fair.
shame.
That's fair.
I'm a Marcelo Garcia fan.
Bro, you're gonna ride Connor's nuts like that, bro? Like,
No, he
fair
got
enough.
kicked out before.
No. It was around the time, wasn't it?
I don't know. I assumed it was before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact time.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know why though.
yeah.
But Marcelo Garcia, I think he had like a cancer or something.
Yeah, recently, bro. I just saw he posted he had his first training session after the chemo or whatever.
Good.
So I hope he makes full recovery. But
See, full coincidence maybe, or maybe subconscious. All of Marcelo Garcia likes butterfly guard. He likes like front headlock, and that's all the shit I do. And I'm a big. I like Marcelo Garcia. It's him and Gary Tonin. They're my two favorite dudes. So I don't know. Just watching him maybe when I was younger, subconsciously made me keen to do all those techniques.
I think our gym plays that game though.
Yeah.
Like I've only recently started deviating from it and like playing the K guards and the fucking like.
It's been
other
working
shit.
well. I'm actually been surprised.
Yeah. It's
I'm
pretty,
like, oh crap. Crap.
Yeah.
Not
Like
that.
like if they're playing loose, it's really good. If they're playing pressure, it's a little bit. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. You know, it depends how they're pressuring. So I'm trying to really. That's like the last piece of the puzzle. Like if I figure out how to deal with like the over unders, I feel like I have a game there.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah,
More comps, you reckon?
Whew. Yeah. To be honest, bro, it's just a matter if I can be fucked doing the cardio for it.
Yeah.
Because like it was rough. Like me, Calvin, and Dad were like
Yeah.
doing hill sprints, bro.
Yeah.
It was like we were both like, why the fuck are we doing this, bro? Like this sucks.
You know what I would do? You know how we got those air bikes?
Yeah.
I just jammed that after class. I did do a few for one of the tournaments. I did a few hill sprint sessions.
The bikes are good. We were using the bikes for like, so we were trying to do like all the different like cardio zones. So you got like the zone 2, 3, and whatever the fuck.
I don't know about it. I've just heard about it.
So basically, you're supposed to do like in theory, like there's 3 different systems. I should probably get like Brad on here to talk about it, but
Shout out Brad. Shout out
Brad.
Wolfman. Shout out Wolfman.
So like you got like you're in like I don't know, like long endurance at like low heart rate. So you're like basically like walking kind of thing. So you'll see the MMA guys like just walking on the treadmill. You're like, what the fuck are they doing? They're trying to work that zone.
Okay.
Then you got your like mid like zone 2 or whatever, which
Like
is
a
like
jog.
which is like a like intense jog that you can't talk at. Like you shouldn't be able to like have a conversation. Like it's like pretty intense, but you're not like redlining.
Yeah.
And then you got your fucking sprints.
Yeah.
And like so we were doing like all of those, and the bikes we were doing the 30-minute fucking just keep in the orange, and then for the hills we were doing the sprints.
Yeah.
Because that's fucking rough, bro. Yeah. I fucking every time I'm like, why am I doing this?
No.
We're doing 12
I know
reps too.
sprinting's good for your testosterone though, so that's all right.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Again, I heard Faraz Zahabi say that.
Yeah.
Shout out Faraz Zahabi.
We're shouting at everyone on the pod, bro.
Good. Shout out Shuriken. Shout out Syzygy.
Shouts outs to the boys that actually put in the work
Hard.
and don't sit out rounds.
Yeah.
And
if
shouts
you're
outs to everyone that's got a tattoo of jiu-jitsu and actually didn't quit. And shouts
I don't know
outs.
anyone. That's how bad it is.
True.
Yeah.
Bro, jiu-jitsu across the knuckles. That's the next one.
Stay away from me, you fellas that do that.
Yeah. All right. That's it from us. Follow everywhere we are. Podcast, Eduard Todor podcast, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. Rate us if you're on like Apple Pods and Spotify. Give us a rating. It'll help us a lot. And shout Eric for being on. Appreciate it.
All good.
Good chats. And
I just want to say, if you want to do some jiu-jitsu, come down to Syzygy on Diana Drive in Glenfield, North Shore. There's a couple handsome guys that coach on Wednesday and Thursday, but then we got some other good coaches as well. And,
not as handsome, but they're good.
Yeah, but like the level of training they give cancels out the unhandsomeness.
That's true.
Yeah, so
they become handsome again.
Yeah. And then thanks to everyone that helped me on my journey.
Yo, all right, catch you guys
later.